This is really hot.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Before we went live, Sam said, "Quick, everyone, do a weird pose," and we were very graceful about it, as you could tell. Also, I just want to open up by saying thank you so much to Bijou Unbound, Effie Burton, amazing with the level. Was it so? Is it level 5 hype train? Level 5 hype train. Thank you so much. 790% at the start, you guys. That means the world to us. Thank you for all your love and support. Stark Mull, it's been a minute. Great to see you back. Everyone else, thank you so much. And welcome to episode 43. We are going to do a quick introduction to all the people here. I'm going to do a quick recap of last week's episode, and we're going to get right into it. Starting, of course, with the person who said we should do some silliness beforehand. Sam, tell us who you are, who you're playing, what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Sam. Who am I playing? Ichi Pokton Papakui, La Pacifica Dorita. That is my character. She is everyone's favorite dwarf spirit instinct barbarian. And our pronouns are she, her.
Got it. Done in one. I love it. Next up, Mr. Michael Powell, tell them who you are, who you're playing, what your pronouns are.
Well, as always, I am Michael Powell, and I play the fabulous Rufa. And our pronouns are he, him, they, them.
Woo! I just had a horrendous nightmare where I did this gesture while holding my coffee. Did not end well. Next up, Ian, tell us who you are, who you're playing, what your pronouns are.
My name is Ian. I play Woodwort, the gnome druid, and roll for Mush. And our collective pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. Sidney, Rubino, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi, my name is Sidney Rubino. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and my pronouns and her pronouns are she, her.
Awesome possum. And last but not least, Kylie, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and those sweet pronouns.
Hello, I am Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play... Why did I just blank?
Y'all play
I'm like,
Shiotabas.
You play Rufa.
I got you. No one will notice.
I was like, Monroe? Fine.
Oh,
I
no.
play Shiotabas, the Elven Ranger. We both go by she, her.
That'd be like, hi, my name is Joaquin Toothpenny. I play Barakiel. My pronouns are PJ. No, hold on. Now I'm gonna do it for real. Let's hope I don't screw this up. Hi, my name is PJ Megaw. I'm the GM for Edge of Legends and Nat 20 Productions. My pronouns are he, him, and today I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. For the quick recap, if you didn't get a chance to see Kylie do an amazing job with our recap, which you can find on YouTube. Essentially, they got to Osmicon. They got really gacked on raw coffee, bought a bunch of snacks, and they went on a journey to the Godlands. And when they found the Godlands, they realized the king of North Osmicon, Althostel, had to be a diplomat with the seedlings of the Godlands. There's some words exchanged. They got inside. They've been trekking. The first part of the trek didn't go so well. They were both starving and dehydrated, enfeebled and stupefied one, and fatigued, and ran into the worst tribe to run into if you're not from the forest. Thankfully, some wise words and some strong booze got them out of that situation. After that, they had to start putting their hard work, teamwork, and survival acumen to the test. And thankfully, they've had no issues. They've recovered. And now we're going to be starting things off with a campfire. After about 4 or so, maybe 5 hours of trekking, they're having a campfire. So, the question to you all is, where did I put my notebook? Which I swore, oh, that's why it's hidden. It's hidden. Look, the cat got out, and then I had to start hiding stuff. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, I love the cat. You're wherever you are, Simon, you're perfect. So, I need a few things. One, night shifts, who's doing which watch of the shift, and then 2, who do you want to talk to? You can talk to the person on your night shift, you can talk to a different NPC, you can talk to each other, but I do need to know who's watching what shift.
I'll take first shift.
Shionabis, you only need to sleep for like a bit, right? That's a thing. Okay.
What is sleep?
Yeah. First shift. Yeah, I can jump on it. Because all the Jaguar warriors left, correct? They were like, "Hey, we got you to the door. Good day," and then went home.
Absolutely.
Good.
Just
Rufa
us and those
take the
gigantic
second shift.
mosquitoes.
All right. Now for shift number 2. Who do I get for shift number 2?
Right here.
All right, we got Rufa. So who else is going to do a shift?
I'll go.
Okay.
Ichi.
Rufa and Ichi.
Confidence.
Ah.
I'll go to the.
Ah.
All right, now third shift. So clearly that's going to Shionibus. Shionibus, do you want to do it alone or do you want to have an NPC with you? And if so, which NPC?
Surprise me.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this the old democratic way through random chance. Odds, it's Morel. Evens, it's Tobias.
Oh no.
Odds, it's Morel.
Pick. Perfect.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to have everyone let their campfire moment happen. If there's anyone you want to talk to or any downtime activity you want to do, brewing, praying, crafting, hunting, whatever, you can do so now. And of course, any NPC you wish to talk to or player, you can do that as well.
Question. So we made a fire in the middle of a jungle.
Yes.
I'm just going to assume rule of cool, we're not setting anything on fire. We don't have to make any rolls to not set anything on fire, right?
I'll tell you what, if you guys really want to try me, do a survival check.
All right.
I can help with that. I'm on this shift.
Rufa's not trying to set anything on fire purposely this time.
I know. We would like to not burn down the jungle.
Worst case scenario, if we don't have Tinder, we'll use something that Tobias owns.
My question would be: does Ichi see Alona trying to build a fire? Just because, like, did they teach you how to do that when you were clericing?
Alona is gonna pull out what looks like a Boy Scout, like a really tattered Boy Scout handbook, and she's going to say, "I found this in the restricted section, and I swiped it."
They didn't want me to know how to make fires?
No, there's just other stuff in here, like there's other stuff in here. So, but learning how to make fires is a really helpful part of life. So yes, I know how to make a fire and hopefully not burn down lots of things. But yes, fire is good. And then she kind of like nervously puts it away in her bag of holding.
Fire is good. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, thanks for asking, Ichi. I got a 22, so this fire is real big and it's not gonna hurt anything, okay? Yay.
Woodward rolled an 18 just to see if that fire is gonna make anything bad happen. And if it doesn't, he's not gonna say a word. If it looks like it's gonna just pan out, he's just gonna let her have it.
Well, much to Alona's credit, science and textbook acumen sometimes does pay off. And with the right touch and the right eye, she's able to make a really good fire. Even though the environment is heavy with moisture still, there's still enough dead wood you can make kindling and get a nice good fuel for the fire, and it roars pretty well. You have a good fire going. Everyone give me a nature check really fast.
Boop.
12.
12, okay.
Also, I'm going to show off my jungle dice to the camera while the rest of you
Ooh.
roll.
Ooh.
Jungly dice.
I got a 23.
23, okay.
15.
15, 12, 15, 23.
I got a 24.
24.
I've got to be the druid.
Yeah.
1 still means I'm in first.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So let's see. The dirty 20, the 23, and the 24. Okay. Hi, Simon. Tells you all, as you light the fire, Alona, The jungle is starting to get very, very dark and very, very cold. All that moisture in the air, no direct, intense sunlight being trapped under the canopy. It's surprising how chilly the jungle gets at night. The fire starts to kind of warm things up. Nice, good radius, pretty good heat. And then suddenly, all around your campfire, slowly rising to light, you see a bunch of mushrooms. Bioluminescent mushrooms start to absorb the light from your campfire and glow all around you. It's a warm, soft purple, blue, green colors. They're bright enough that you can see everything within basically like a 30-foot radius of your entire camp, but not so bright that they may keep you up at night.
Ilona's going to start getting really excited, and she takes out another book that has nature things, and she's going to look, and PJ, what are these mushrooms called? Because Ilona knows, because it's in this book right here.
These mushrooms are called ghost lantern mushrooms. The original idea of the ghost mushroom lanterns, as described by Asmicons, that those that were felled in combat, died, maybe gave a great sacrifice, they believed their soul went to the mushrooms, and that when the mushrooms came to life, it was a sign that the souls were still walking amongst them, or that forest spirits would use these mushrooms to play pranks on people. Scientists and Compass Rose people that had come by had found out that these mushrooms actually have a very unusual bioluminescent spore that absorbs heat and light and gives it off in a different colorful array.
Ilona's going to harvest some of these mushrooms.
Go right ahead. Since you had the high nature check to start, give me a D4. That's how many mushrooms you harvest.
1.
You get 1 mushroom. It's good, though, because it's the size of my forearm.
Oh!
PJ, curious, while we were forging our way through the jungle, you said that we were able to gather food. What kind of food did we gather?
It's a hodgepodge of leftover carcasses, simple vegetation and fruits, berries that grow up.
Okay. Rufus gonna pretty much, he has his pan out over the fire. It has all the stuff just all like kind of shredded and mushed, kind of like he's making kind of a jungle hash.
Nice. I love that. Okay. So you're preparing dinner or you're preparing rations for tomorrow?
Both.
Okay. Give me a crafting check to cook. And what I will say is, depending on how you roll, that will give bonuses for subsisting tomorrow on survival checks.
I am going to use a hero point right off the bat.
All right. Everyone starts with 1 at the top.
And PJ, can I check in with something really quick?
Sure.
I rolled an 18 nature check. Should Ilona be touching these mushrooms? She may know what kind of mushrooms they are, but should she physically handle them?
Handle them, yes, although their spores will get on her hands and her body will glow like it's a rave.
That's dope.
However, she definitely should not eat this. Dear God, this will kill her if she eats this.
Great. Good.
This is not food. She will die.
We'll have that moment later.
Perfect. Okay.
By the way, I got 26.
26. Yeah, not bad. Anyone who decides to roll a survival check to subsist, and this you'll have to decide in the morning and as you go through your survival rallies, will get a +2 to survival, as Rufa has kind of put, shall we say, field rations that'll add to your food subsistence ability. And you guys still have enough to eat dinner tonight. So you're all good.
Ichi comes up to Rufa and looks at the food that he's making, and she's gonna say, "This doesn't have any of these mushrooms in it, right?"
No. This is the stuff that you all gathered as we were traveling.
Okay.
A little salt and a pinch of this, a pinch of that, and a little bit of this. I don't know what this is, but it smells nice.
Looks good. And Ichi's gonna look around at the glowing mushrooms and just kind of like shrink away to the spot in the camp that looks like it's the farthest away from every mushroom.
Okay. Yeah, sure enough. Slinking away to the farthest side of camp. Before we go into the night watch, does anyone have any other actions or anything else they wish to do?
If I can, I would like to try to brew something, not of the hooch variety, but of the alchemical bubble boil helpful variety. I haven't tried yet.
Go right ahead. Give me a craft check for that.
Great. I got an 18.
Nice. Yeah, as you're playing around with the chemicals, you start becoming a lot more confident in some of the more basic things like lower level alchemy fire, lower level acid bombs, for lack of a better word. You don't quite have the mutagens down yet because that is an advanced level of biochemistry. But as far as what goes boom, you're getting a pretty solid idea of that.
How many rolls should I be making till I receive something from this process? Because if I don't have anything yet, I don't want to just all of a sudden manifest an alchemist fire and plan around it if I don't have it.
Absolutely valid. I will give me a total of 5. Right. So I think this is your second one, correct?
Right. No,
this is roll. Yeah.
This is my first one was actually learning. If that counts or not, then I will take it. If it does not count, then this is my first roll.
I will say it counts because learning and doing oftentimes go hand in hand.
Then I will try. I have 3 more. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Anything else? Talking to NPCs and the rituals.
Oh, I had a question just in general, actually, which I should have probably asked before stream, but I still have a lot of choco meat as we talked about last episode. How many rolls should Alona do in order to get big and strong?
Cool. Good question. So you will have to do athletic checks either in the morning or at night. And I will say for every 10 that you get above, let's say 12 for now, you will get 1 point. If you get all 10 points, your strength will go up by 1 point. Keep doing it. Keep getting strong. Just like going to the gym.
Okay, cool. Alona's gonna try and get strong. So while everyone's excited over mushrooms or avoiding mushrooms, Alona's gonna see if she can do a push-up.
Give me that athletics check.
Okay. Oh, yay! I roll real high. And since my athletics is literally a +1, that's an 18.
Hell yeah. You got 1 good point, 9 more, and you get +1 to your strength. What's your strength right now? Is it a 9, 10?
With no bonus?
Just your strength stat.
My strength is a 10.
10. Awesome.
So yeah. 0 modifiers. None. Just normal average person.
We'll get you up there real fast with that choco meat. I guarantee you. Yes. And hey, who knows? Maybe when there's a bunch of downtime, you can just hit the gym the Church of Iron. Go from there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Before we move on, I just want to say Woodward, who is sitting there watching a workout happen in front of him, turns to Alona and says, "Hey, I know you got a lot of good ideas and you're trying to keep your body fit and such, and I'm all about it. Those mushrooms won't do that. Do not eat. In other words, I mean, their spores will make things glow. That's kind of cool. I wonder if mush could glow. But what I'm saying is, like, don't eat it. Don't tell Rufa it's a bad idea too. Although I think he's got a good head on his shoulders, so he probably knows that. But and then you also might want to ask Ichi about those before you go picking any more."
Oh no.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mush. He stepped into a farmer's basically a farmer's field once and ate some food, and he didn't like him all that much, and I just don't want the same thing happening to you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna go do that right now.
That sounds great. Don't eat them.
I won't. No.
Okay, good.
Alona's gonna walk up to Ichi. Hey, Ichi.
Oh. Hi. How's it go? Oh, you got some glow on you. You got some glow on you.
Yeah, I noticed that. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for potentially uprooting one of your ancestors from the ground.
Oh. Oh. That's sweet. That's really sweet. Thank you. I don't really think that it's my ancestor in the mushroom. So it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. I mean, but I noticed that you're not around them much. Is it because it's like they're creepy and glowy?
Yeah, you can say that. They creep me out a little bit. It's not so much the mushrooms themselves, but spirits, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the way I was raised, and especially when how I trained to fight. A lot of that has to do with me channeling the energy of the spirits. And the one thing that I cannot do is disrespect them in any way whatsoever. So the only thing is, my grandma's the one who taught me a lot of that stuff, and I feel like she passed away before she really got into the details. So a lot of times I'm not sure how to not disrespect them. So I just am terrified of doing anything around them at all. I mean, that's normal, right? That's pretty normal.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. If I didn't understand how something worked either, I would avoid it in case you make some mistake that could have, bad consequences. I'm gonna be right back. Alona runs over to where she picked up the mushroom. PJ, can I cast mending on the mushroom? PJ, can I put it back, please? I didn't know.
Go right ahead. You can cast mending on the mushroom. It will take some time to kind of get the nutrients through the stock, but yeah, it'll definitely you can mend it.
I don't actually think Alona has mending. Can I just bless this mushroom?
I mean, maybe if someone has a druid craft spell or something, you never know.
Yeah, I could either help or I could just ask her to get that goblin duct tape from EG.
No.
Just wrap it.
Alona
She's
runs over.
I think that's worse, actually.
That's not great. Alona's gonna run over to Woodward and be like, Woodward, hey, come
Yeah.
come help me.
What? Oh.
She's gonna grab Woodward by the hand. She's like, come.
I was right about the mushrooms. Okay. Yeah, I got I can fix it. So I do have the only spell that would work at this point. I used it to mark that spot with the god eventually. That basically makes a spore mushroom appear that I can recognize. I don't know if that can be slightly story modified to grow this mushroom again, but it's literally the only thing I have that could fix it at this point.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Absolutely. Okay.
So Woodward, that's actually his last spell slot. So we'll see if a fight happens in the first shift. We'll have some fun. He casts a spell and he goes, okay, look, I'm gonna try this. I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna work. And
right back.
Look, I just want you to know I'm sticking my neck out for you, because if I make some weird mushroom on top of the mushroom you broke and Ichi comes after me, I just want you to know I'm gonna blame it on you first, and then I'll take the blame of whatever happens after that, because I wouldn't have had to done this if you didn't pick it.
I get that. I understand.
Okay,
just
great.
Put it back, please.
Well, yeah, mushrooms the size of people's forearms. That's a new class of plant, but I'll give it a shot. Woodward kind of sits down on the ground, and I guess he probably is eye level with this giant mushroom at some point. As he sits down and looks at the stalk, and he hopefully regrows it by casting the spell of wherever it needs to reconnect. And if it does regrow, I hope it is in its full glowing glory.
All right. So you cast a spell, you do your thing, you see the mushroom just kind of start. You're doing it to the kind of ripped nub, or are you doing it to
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the thing to grow back atop.
Yeah. Sure enough, it just kind of starts to shake a little bit, and you can see the fungus kind of grow, kind of like one of those time-lapse cameras. In a couple of seconds, it just keeps growing and sprouting and forming, and you just keep watching as the spores almost start to churn inside the meat of it, like amoebas in a petri dish. They kind of split and grow until eventually it's right there in front of you, glowing the same color that it was before.
Well, shoot, I nailed it. Okay, so Alona, you can go tell her you fixed it. I'm as surprised as you are, but I'm spent, and after this, I'm gonna need to take a nap.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Woodward. Ilona walks back over to Ichi and goes, "Look what happened!"
Ichi was watching the entire time. Oh, you guys didn't need to do that. It's just a mushroom, but that's really sweet. Thanks. I mean, like, thanks for them, the spirits. They're not here right now, hopefully. So I'm just assuming they would be saying thank you, but if that's not what they feel, that's okay. I'm not talking for them.
You hear a voice suddenly go, "Ooh, I am the ghost of the mushroom. You're a dick. Why would you get rid of me on the mushroom?" You look, it's Tobias, clearly being an asshole about the whole situation.
I will
Shamus
end
is gonna
you.
backhand him like upside the head.
He just kind
I
of
say to Rufa,
Ow!
he's cooking while he's cooking dinner. He kind of gives that look to the group, like, "The hell are you guys doing?"
All right. So without further ado, let's go to first shift. We're going to cut to Alona and Woodward on your first shift. The fire is low. The mushrooms, their glow is still present, but it's a nice dim glow at this point. Everyone is sleeping or doing whatever they need to do at this point in time. Both of you give me some perception checks, Sidney and Ian, and we'll go from there.
24.
24. All right.
That's good, because I got 15.
Okay. All right. So, if you guys want to have a nice quiet watch, if you can, if you guys want to talk about something, you're more than welcome to.
Did we see anything?
Yeah.
Yet? Maybe?
Well, answer my question. You guys want to talk on your shift, or do you want to just kind of quietly look into the night?
Oh, we can definitely talk. Why not?
Okay.
This is the party shift, as Chad deemed it.
Yes.
So Ilona is going to pull out the book that she was hiding earlier and go, Woodward, so there's some things in this book that I still don't understand. And I think part of it is why it was in the restricted section. Do you know anything about this? And Ilona's going to hand the book to Woodward to a very specific section. And she says, it has to do with ropes. And I don't know. It looks cool. You have life experience.
Woodward, he grabs the book and he looks over and he goes, "Oh, I feel like some addendums have been made to this particular copy. I feel like there's been some creative use of what's been taught in here. And you know what? You know who's more cultured than I am? Rufa. Rufa knows a lot about the world. And this may be something he can answer. It's been just me and my buddy Mush for a while now, and I just feel like this may be a subject to approach with someone who's maybe gone on a rendezvous or two." And he just like hands the book back to Ilona.
Can I say that as soon as Rufus' name was mentioned, you just hear like a loud snore from his bedroll.
The snoring of someone who doesn't want to have that talk. Really fast, Woodward, as you're handing back the book to Ilona, you hear an unusual kind of rustling in the leaves around you. kind of looking the direction on instinct, you see what you think is a snake, but it has no face. As the snake slowly moves into view, you realize it's also not really seeing where it's going. It's just kind of slowly inching and rustling and growing. And that's when you see another one just like it start to grow. And you see another one and another until you finally get a good look at it. These are vines that are living and moving with a blind purpose. And it's at this time you realize there's a lot of them. The entire camp is surrounded in these living vines, and they are mindlessly encroaching further.
If they are surrounding, are they coming from one direction? Or are they just kind of amoebas coming from the foliage around me? I can't really point to a singular place they've originated from.
Yeah, it's definitely the latter. When I say surrounded, circle the wagons, you're surrounded.
Great.
The entire camp seems like it's going to be engulfed in these living vines in a matter of seconds.
Woodwort has no spells, but he is I think he's going to get up and to everyone's surprise, and I will not do it for our headphone users, he gives that classic like suey pig call to wake everyone up, just like from the top of his lungs to get as many people up as possible. And he kind of readies his sickle and shield for the first time ever.
Okay, can I say, as soon as Woodward does that sound, Rufo kind of springs up and just goes, "Get the rope!"
Get the rope. Sure. Okay. Now, I'm going to need initiative, as you are now about to enter the trap of the living vines.
Ooh. Initiative. Oh, dang. Where's my calculator?
I got a 25.
Is this with perception because we are looking out
Yes.
at this moment? Okay.
Yes.
28.
Ooh, dang, nice. 28, and that was for Sam?
Yes.
Okay.
27.
Nice. 27 for Kylie.
25.
25 for Michael.
Woodwort, being a druid, is conflicted. He sees that these are plants, and he's supposed to like those, but the plants aren't being nice, and he's back and forth, and I got a 13.
No.
I love that. All right, Sidney, what was yours?
25.
25. Okay. Very nice. Very good initiatives, everyone. All right, so the vines start to move in. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, so the vines are moving in, and they're basically moving like a stampede of snakes. You can tell now, as you're starting to be alert to their presence, that they are just one part mindless or blind, if you will, but another part aggressive. They are definitely like, if they hit a twig, you see they crush it instinctually and move on. Starting off with top of this trap round, going to Sam Ichi. What do you do seeing these vines just mindlessly start to encroach?
I will look for the nearest, like, chonky vine and go for it with the retribution axe.
All right, roll to hit.
That is a 21 to hit.
Very close to a dirty crit, but that will hit the vine. Absolutely.
Alrighty. Where's my D12? So that is 6 points of damage. Am I forgetting something?
Strength modifier.
Strength. No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So you take your axe, you swing into this bad boy. You see a nice chunk, a good like dent put into the vine. It's still kind of moving. It doesn't even respond to it. It just kind of takes the hit and keeps growing. You have, I believe, 3 more actions. Or sorry, two more actions. If you wish to try and attack this thing, you can. You can at a penalty.
Ichi, so does it seem like the chunk that came out of it was equivalent to what you would expect with how hard she hit it?
Looking at it, you're thinking to yourself, if this was a person, there'd be more blood, but same amount of like deviation of flesh. Like, yeah, you definitely did your job.
Okay, she's gonna go try to chop it again. Oh no, that's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So for a total of 10.
So unfortunately, your axe goes right into the dirt, misses the vine entirely. You can try to attack a 3rd time, but you will be at a -10 penalty for this if you wish.
Trying to do the math of like if that's physically possible. It's physically possible. She's gonna do it.
There you
she
go.
yanks the axe out of the dirt and lifts it in the air and is like, vines. And that's not gonna do it because that was a 3 on the die face.
Oh no.
I'm not even gonna bother with the math.
All right. So it misses and the vine looks at you and it's going to use a react. Well, it doesn't look, it does kind of get, it does a thing, you know, when a cat's tail keeps bumping into you to kind of see if you're still there. You see it kind of blindly slapping itself against your ankle. And then as you strike it, it's going to use a reaction against you to grapple you.
Rats.
Let's see here. Okay. What's your fortitude DC? So you're basically your save plus 10.
My save plus 10. So 21.
Okay, well, it rolls a 28. So you are grappled, and as you are grappled, it begins to crush you for 3 bludgeoning damage as it pulls you to the ground and just starts writhing around you, cinching you and crushing you. And then as it does it, you see it shaking like a string attached to a bell. And as your eyes starts to trace the shaking, you see bursting out of the ground an ant the size of a dog. And it's following the shaking vine to your body. Next up on the initiative, we have, let's see here. We have Kai. Kylie, a vine is approaching you.
Oh, I'm going to stand up, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, shit. I'm going to fire. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Sick. Me trying to remember what I roll. Give me a second. Why am I missing all of my dice? And then 1d4. That's a 6. Math. That's 20 points of damage.
Ooh.
I got max damage on 2 dice.
Nice.
Oh, all dice. Just kidding. Scratch that.
Oh, okay.
And then second attack, 22 to hit.
Also hits, yeah.
2 more points of damage.
Nice. So the vine starts coming for you. You get your bow and arrow, you aim it, you take 2 shots. You pin closer to the base, and then you get somewhere in the meatier part of the vine. The vine rips in half, and you see the shaking, like the one happening on Sam, just die. And as your eye starts to trace the vine, you can see there's an ant coming out, antenna just going everywhere, and then it gives up, and then just like descends back into the earth. Next up, like actually, Michael, what's your dexterity modifier?
Check. It is 2.
Sidney, what's your dexterity modifier?
It is 0.
Okay, fair enough. So, Michael, we're gonna have you go before Sidney.
Okay.
Same thing. The vines are encroaching upon you. One is looming upon you. What do you do?
Okay. First act. Let's see. First off, I'm gonna use what do you call it? Ooh, what do you call that? I am blanking on the name of it. Devise a stratagem.
Okay.
On the vine.
Mm-hmm.
And with that would be also a free recall knowledge check with my no weakness to find out if there's a weakness to these plants.
Just sure.
Well, what am I adding to it
Um.
for recall knowledge?
I think that should be described in the ability, but I will say intelligence. No, you know what? Give me nature check. So wisdom.
Okay. I got a 15 on that.
15. You don't recall a lot of living vines that seem to work on their own as some weird synergetic relationship for random jungle ants the size of a dog. So you're kind of at a loss for this, but you're pretty sure after watching Shionibus just eviscerate one that if you hit it a lot, it dies. So you don't get a +1, but you're pretty sure you can hit it a lot.
All right. Rufus is going to kind of roll towards the fire and grab one of the pieces of wood that's on fire with one hand, and then with his other hand, he's going to use an interact action to turn his shifting whip into a machete.
All right, really fast. So grabbing the fire, one action. Machete, one action. What are you going to do?
Can I use my last action to just ready an action just as soon as if one of these plants touches Rufa, he's going to at least try to set it on fire.
Cool. I can do that. Yes. The minute one of them tries to make a grapple check against you, that will be your trigger to hit it with the torch and light it on fire. Okay. Sidney, your turn. Again, you're being encroached upon by a grabby vine.
Okay, so I have a quick question about the rune of pacification that's on my hand wraps. All I have is written down is that it's basically a reaction every time I hit something with these gloves. And what I think I have, that's why I'm double checking with you, is that they must succeed a D20 will save, and if they fail, they have a -2 penalty to any non-lethal attack roll.
Very good question. I believe what the willpower save is for is to get minuses to hitting someone. Basically, they're being told not to hit someone.
Yes, exactly.
Excuse me. So yeah, that should in theory work as long as you can punch it.
Great. I'm going to punch the vine that's wrapped around Ichi. I'm gonna punch it.
Punch. Roll the hit.
I sure will. Oh, sweet. Yay. That's a 21.
Okay. That hits. Not a dirty crit, but definitely hits. Roll damage.
Sweet. All right, that's 1d8. This is a d8. I never punch things. That's three non-lethal damage. So she's just gonna just whack it like, stop it. Let's go.
So you go, stop. You do that punch. You see the little flower come out of it. It kind of wriggles, but it's still wrapped in pretty tight around her.
Sorry.
I would say it would make the pacification check, but it doesn't really seem to have a brain.
Rats. Is attack is for someone who doesn't attack physically very often. Is a punch the entirety of my turn?
Oh, you can still do two other things.
Great. Alona's gonna pull out the book that she gave Woodward, and she's gonna read it as gather as much information as she can and see if she can wrangle this thing off of Ichi.
Okay.
So read book and then wrangle.
All right. So for the read book, I'll consider that a nature check. Consulting a source, I'll give you a +1 on the roll.
Yo! I'm sorry. Yes, there we go.
Is that a natural 20?
Yes, it is. Where'd it go? Wait.
Oh, almost got it. There we go. Critical. So you look at the book, and sure enough, you see something about vines and snakes and things, and they say like, there are many things in the jungle that wishes to constrict you to death, as this is one of the many defensive mechanisms needed to kill creatures passively, to eat them, ingest them, or use them for other forms of nutrition for the wildlife. Since these creatures are mindless and only have strength, you have to either lubricate yourself for freedom or outstrength it. The choice is yours, adventurer. Please, don't die.
Ilona has no strength.
So
you're working on it. Don't slam yourself. You're working on it.
You did your first set of 10 push-ups. Yeah. Everyone
Progress
starts somewhere.
is made.
Yeah.
Ilona is going to as quickly as she can, rifle through her things. I think the only substance that she has that is vaguely liquid-ish is choco meat. So she's gonna just pour one of the things of choco meat on her and see if she can grab this thing and make it slippery so it lets go of Ichi.
Okay, so good God.
Trying to lubricate a vine right now.
Yeah. So you're using choco meat to lube up Ichi to get out of the vine. I will give that a +1 to an acrobatics check to escape. That this check can be done either by you, or you can give up your last action to kind of encourage Sam to slip out.
I'm gonna leave that up to Sam. So right now, Ilona's hugging Ichi in the vine and just making sure choco meat's everywhere. And she's like, I'm so sorry, Ichi.
It smells weird.
The book told me to do this.
We gotta get you new books.
Get you.
Can I just say that this is Ilona's basically Huey from DuckTales with her Junior Woodchuck guide.
Oh my god. So Ichi, if you'd like to, you can take the +1 and attempt with the use of Ilona's last action in an acrobatics to escape now, or you can wait for your next turn and use that +1 on an athletics to break out. The choice is yours.
I'm gonna save it for athletics. Those extra few points might make a difference. So
Okay. So we are ending Sidney's turn there as the vines begin to continuously move and attack more targets. They move now to... Okay. So, Rufa, one of them is going to attempt to grapple you. This will definitely be a success. Out of curiosity, though, just so I know it's a crit or not, what is your fortitude DC?
That will be 16.
It's a crit. Okay, so this will trigger your reaction. Go right ahead and light it on fire. Roll the hit, I should say.
Huh? What's that?
Roll the hit with the torch.
Okay. Would that be a simple weapon?
I'll say it is an exotic weapon.
I thought it would be like a club.
I think it's so much fighting with a club that's on fire. That's a very different martial art.
See, then that would be a 15.
15. Meet to beat. Okay, I want you to roll 1d4, add your strength modifier. We'll go from there. 3. Okay. So you do 3 damage. You beat it with a club, and you see it kind of shake again, like a string attached like a can or something. It shakes, wraps around you, immediately puts you into a vice grip. You take 6 bludgeoning damage as it crushes you in its grasp. There we go. Takes you to the ground. However, the fire was successful. Rufa, you are now grappled and on fire by the vine that has just grappled you. You take another 5 fire damage. and you will be on fire until you break out. So basically, you took 6 bludgeoning and 5 fire damage. And to make matters that much worse, the shaking continues as another ant breaks the soft earth of the jungle and starts crawling along the ground the size of a dog, its maw hungry for human flesh. Now, Sam, the vine that has you wrapped up, it keeps shaking violently. And in a matter of seconds, the weight and the severity of the shake changes like a tightrope walker going across the string, and it gets the center, just like that kind of bounce. And as that bounce gets worse, you realize you're now face to face with a medium-sized ant, and it is feeding time. What is your AC normally?
18.
18. Okay. So you're flat-footed.
Oh wait, I've got something about flat-footed. I have deny advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if it it's for hidden creatures.
Okay.
Got it.
So unfortunately, this will be a dirty crit as the ant comes running up to you. Its giant maws takes, and you can hear this horrible breathy hiss. It's kind of, and it clamps its massive maws right around your shoulder and neck meat. You take 10 damage as it bites into you and starts trying to you can feel the mandibles and the smaller incisors that do this kind of really weird picking motion, trying to pull the wound open so it can feed into you faster. You're still grappled. Don't worry, you get to break out on your turn. Let's see. One's going to attempt to grapple Woodward. Woodward, what is your fortitude DC?
Well, plus 11.
Plus 11. Okay. Okay. So that's total of 21. That will hit. Just barely, but that'll hit. Okay, cool. So as you're looking out, you see the vine near you suddenly just kind of stops, almost coils up like a snake, fires out like a grappling hook, wraps around you immediately, takes you to the ground, has you all coiled up, and does 5 bludgeoning damage as it begins to crush you. It starts to shake and waggle, and you can tell it's summoning the ant from the earth.
Any possibility that I could raise my shield?
Yes.
I don't know how that works with this kind of attack.
Sure. Super valid. Yes, if you have a feat that lets you raise a shield as a reaction, you can do that. However, this is a grapple check, which is based on your fortitude DC, not your AC. It's
Great.
like you could put a shield up and I can still grab you by the shield.
Right. Okay, so I will save the shield for well, I'm not hoping for another fight after this one, but if it does happen. So I've taken 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Whose turn is it after this?
After this, it is your turn.
Great. Okay, that's what I thought. And inside of this grapple, I've never played a character in Pathfinder who's grappled, and I haven't been grappled. So can I swing a weapon?
No. You can do with certain abilities and feats, you might be able to fight within a grapple. But the best thing right now for you to do is either an athletics check or a acrobatics check to slip out or to escape.
I'm gonna try an athletics check first.
All right, go right ahead.
Oh, okay. I got a 25.
Nice.
I got a 19 on the die.
You slip right out of there. I also give you 2 actions in the rest of your turn.
Is kind of moving away from whatever vine grabbed him. I know that Ichi is hurting right now. Can Woodwort, with his 25 movement, that may be smaller because of it being grappled previously, but can he make it to Ichi's vine?
Well, the good thing is that you're no longer in the vine, so you can take your 25 feet everywhere. Your campfire's got a 30-foot radius with the luminary mushrooms. You can use 1 move action to get close, and your equidistance in my brain, so you can choose if you want to play that horrible DM game choosing between Sam, who's being crushed and feasted on, or Rufa, who's being crushed and on fire. What's it going to be, Peter Parker? Gwen Stacy or the bus full of children?
Well, we know how Gwen Stacy figured out. Actually, I'm going to go after Rufa, because at least if he's out, he can help us with Ichi. Ichi may be able to take more of a hit. So I am going to attack with my sickle. Okay. So I've now held this weapon that I've had since episode 1 in episode 43 for the first time above my head, and I swing it down at this vine.
Okay. All right.
Nice. 22 to hit.
22 to hit. That'll hit.
Great. Oh, I need to roll other dice that I haven't done. D4. It takes 3 damage.
Okay.
Because I'm a gnome.
3 damage to the vine. You strike it. You see the bruise that the torch.
Sickle.
The torch. You hit that bruise. There's sickle. It takes a nice little chunk out of the vine. You're gonna have to really just what's what I'm looking for. You're gonna have to really serrate it to break it. But so far you've done some damage. Okay. Movement, attack, and escape. Those are all 3 actions.
3 actions.
That's your turn. Top of round 2 of the trap. You do notice, though, that anyone that has broken out of their vine or destroyed their vine, the vine is retreated, and that entire area seems to slow down. Right now, it looks like the only 2 vines still active in this attack, and the ants attached to them are the one to Rufa and the one to Ichi. That being said, top of the next round of this trap, we have Sam. Sam, you have a +1 to athletics check because of the grace of Choco Meat to break out of this vine.
Ichi will grab the Choco Meat covered vine and just attempt to break free.
Give me that athletics check.
Oops, going off the table. All right. Okay. That is 19 with the +1.
19 to athletics checks?
Yes.
Okay. You get a good grip on it, but maybe something about the Choco Meat causes your hands to slip. You don't have enough to really pull it. You still have 2 actions. If you want to, I'll let you do another attack action to pull. So you're going to be doing this athletics checks again, but I'm going to give you -5 to it if you really want to.
Okay. I'm going to use my hero point. That was the same exact number, so.
Okay.
Get out of the way, all my dice. You're messing up my roll. All right, here we go. Okay. That is let's try to do math in my head. 29.
As you grapple the rope. So the vine originally, you can't get a good purchase. And then suddenly you just start moving your back muscles and you start realizing it's going with you. So then you start going with your forearms and everything else, and then snap. You can feel it snap and break in your hands. And the vine retreats away immediately. The ant seems to have a panic and starts to scuttle backwards up the hill to follow the vine. And it can't find the hole it made. So it just kind of buries a new one into the earth. You are safe. But Rufa is on fire.
Okay. How far is Rufa from me?
Because I'm going to say he is about the opposite end of the campfire. So that would make it, if it's a 30-foot radius, he's 60 feet away from you.
Okay. So then
I'm so sorry. Correction. He's by the fireplace because you grabbed the torch. That would put him at 30 feet away from you.
Okay. I will just use my movement to get over to him, and that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Rufa, you see Ichi coming to the rescue. Kylie. You see Sam just She-Hulked her way out of a bunch of ropes, like in that Wonder Woman cover where she's doing like the chain shatter with her pecs.
PJ, they're vines, not ropes. We already had that scene earlier.
You're right. Thank you.
Okay.
Ropey vines.
Ropey
I
vine.
picture Ichi like ripping apart the log like Chris Evans.
That's all I want.
If you use Chris Evans against me, you're gonna win every time. So yes, headcanon. She just splits it in half with her grip. But yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna shoot a. You said Rufus grappled?
He is grappled and on fire.
Solid. I can't help with the fire, but I can help with the grapple. We're gonna just fire. Ooh. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. That'll hit the vine, thank God.
Sick. 10 damage.
Okay. As you shoot it with the bow and arrow, you see the arrow fly, and you see Woodward hacking away at it. And Woodward, as you're just trying to like lumberjack this, suddenly an arrow out of nowhere just lands right in it and splits the whole thing in half.
That only counts as one.
Hero point for the Lord of the Rings reference. And it splits the vine. The vine recoils and immediately flies away. The dead like flora meat of the vine is still on fire and wrapped around Rufa. However, because it's dying and kind of sloughing off, there's major bonuses, a +4 to remove him from the fire if you wish to help him escape.
Is that the only thing left? Like there's no ants or anything like that?
No, all the ants whose vines have been cut have panicked and returned under the earth.
Cool. She's gonna look at Morel and Tobias, be like, help, and then run over and help Rufa.
You see like Morel is literally wrestling 4 of them at once, going like, oh yeah, no, let me just put down what I'm working on and be right with you. And then Tobias, who is currently wrapped around the neck by one and kicking like 3 of them, going, that's my line, as he's just choking and kicking the vines.
Solid. We're going to try to strengthen our way to get Rufa out.
Okay, +4 in the athletics check.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
God bless. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Tell me the tale of how you save Rufa.
Oh gosh. Okay, I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, so she's gonna run over and be like, and she's going to put one of her arrows in, like just trying to get like a little bit of leverage to like get her fingers in, and then just following after Ichi, just rip.
All right.
She's like, I just want my sleep.
The vine rips apart, further separating the vines from Rufus' body. They drop to the ground. The minute they hit like the wet, heavy earth and soil, the fire just kind of like gets choked and suffocated and dies. So the vines are dead. The fire on Rufa is dead. Rufa's fine. You all have succeeded in passing one of 3 variations of the living vine trap. Congratulations.
Rufus is gonna kind of stand there, kind of like there's a like little piece of fire on one of his hairs. It goes.
Hey, bud. I know you were going second, but
yeah. Thank you, Jonabas. Perhaps we should maybe move campsites because Rufa does not want to deal with them and those plants and ants again. Always ruining a picnic.
Jonabas is gonna just like walk back to where she was sleeping and just like flop and then just like turn her back. I just want sleep.
The good news is that as the rest of the first shift continues on, there's no other troubles. Second shift is up. Rufa and Ichi.
Oh, okay, Rufa. Well, we'll make sure those vines don't come back. You and me. We got this.
Rufa's
not tired at all.
Mm-hmm. Rufa's over the campfire. He has little. It's like a metal, like a little pot, basically, kind of making some PJ, do you mind if I recount something that he bought in back in town? Like
It's fine. Yeah, if you want to say you bought like a little potbelly stove thing, yeah, sure, whatever.
No, I was gonna say a little bit of a chunk of choco and some milk.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You're making.
Rufus like, yes. It's he's making some hot choco for him and Itchy right now. Rufus is like, I dear, I know this is your home, but Rufa is not having a very good time here.
This. She looks around at the like chunks of vine on the ground and the humid air and the bugs and all the trees. This isn't my home. I mean, like, it's my continent, but like, I don't live in the jungle.
Well,
Do you think I live?
because
I mean, look at me, like, you know
Well,
how
that-
badly I need my lattes.
true. Then that is good because Rufa does not want to insult your homeland, but this place stinks.
It stinks. I agree.
And I think by now the chocolate and the milk and everything is melted together, and Rufa pours a cup for him and Itchy.
Okay, really fast. Give me a perception check for the both of you.
A little rough for me. That's 11.
27.
27. Good thing is that nothing of interest happens on your shift, which is good because that 11 is not a strong start or a continuation. You enjoy your hot cocoa. Shionibus and Morel. It's your turn for Night Watch.
He's so grumpy right now. Sorry, y'all.
So Morel just kind of sits on a stump, sticks his shield into the earth, so it's like sitting right up. How are you doing, Shionibus?
Can you not breathe so loud?
Oh yes, I know the feeling. Sure.
I'm sorry. That was rude. My bad. That was my bad. It's been a long day.
It has been. We've almost died at least on 2 occasions, and one of them was in our camp. So I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
I'll try not to breathe on you, but yes.
Sweet. You handed me your shield earlier.
Yeah, so I could carry that big axe. Sure.
Right. What were those tally marks, if you don't mind me asking? The tally marks?
What are you talking about?
On your shield? They looked like they were tally marks. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I'm just curious.
No. No. Listen, I think we've learned that we trust each other. The first time I learned to trust you, it literally costed my life. But I think we're beyond that now. Question is, do you trust me?
Sure, let's go with that.
Are you being serious? Do you really trust me?
It's hard with my life, given how long I have lived.
Yeah.
It is hard to put trust into someone that I know I'm going to outlive. So why would I trust someone when you're not going to be with me any longer?
That's fair. That is entirely fair. All right. Well, let's hope that for whatever short amount of life we have together, I can earn your trust until I'm no longer here. So you probably saw a lot of things in the back of the shield, yeah?
A number of things, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few tallies that I keep. One tally is every time Afra talks to me, and she makes me remember things. Not always nice things. And the other tally is every time a stranger doesn't call me Acadian like it's a bad thing. Because it reminds me that we're not bad people. That we're beautiful people. And that my entire crusade of trying to remind the world that we are better than our past mistakes is slowly working. Even if they're morons from Fort Raggedy. I think if I recall, I'm their captain now or something like that.
Yeah, that was impressive. I'm their champion, you're their captain, you know. Look at us go.
Yeah. Listen, I know I can't change the whole world. I know it's a fool's errand. But I know that miles of water and thousands of years of history has deluded us from the fact that we are all one glorious people. And I'm trying to remind them of that by an example. So the tallies are like, oh, hey, Alfred talked to me today. That's keen. Oh, hey, that person smiled at me today. That's a tally.
Kylie's over here crying. Shionibus, on the other hand, you know, we all have our battles and personal squabbles.
Yeah. It happens. I know, it happens. We lose sight of bigger pictures. We get angry. We lash out at people. Sometimes we kill them with a tree.
Shit happens. I get it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. Another question. Do you think Afra chose you?
All right, you can't tell Alona, okay?
Okay.
All right, so. There's something that we call Barghest Day. One of the last things I did in Ur before I left Acadia was Barghest Day. I don't really want to talk about that right now. But what I will say is that when I came to, I had a dream. In that dream, there was a beautiful woman on fire, happy, just happy as could be. She welcomed me into a temple that I'd actually been to in Ur. Amazing temple that I had to pull out priests and priestesses from and try to convince them to leave the building forever. But she was there. And she told me that it wasn't my time to die yet. And that somewhere out there in the world was her avatar. And that I had to find them. Also, that I should be nicer to myself. I didn't know what that meant at that point in time. I know what it means now, though, and it's really weird.
Yeah. So I guess my question is, why don't you think you were right to be chosen? Like, I know why, I don't know why I was chosen by Anubis, but that's not the point. We're not talking about me. I know how it feels to not think that, like, you know, you're
sure.
You know.
Yeah. Look, I grew up never knowing religion, gods. Acadia is mostly atheist, although there's some fringe rebels that cling to old religions.
Yep, I'm very
old prayers.
I know it very well. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Good, yeah. I don't know. I was just a captain trying to get around my orders as much as possible until I had to do them because I thought they were wrong. And then Barghest Day, and I guess you never think you're really worthy. You just do things. And one day someone pops up and goes, boom, you're worthy. What? I was just confusing. I don't know.
I think you need to know that whatever the reason might be, you were chosen for a reason. Whether you believe in that reason or not, that's up to you. But I told Alona this the other day. You need to be able to accept that you have a bigger purpose in life.
Well, if there's one good thing that is hard for me to ignore, and he points to his gold and purple eyes with the flowers and everything, is that whether I don't believe I am or I'm not worthy, someone else does. And that's right, clear as day. So it's hard, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. You can't tell Alone about Barga's Day, the whole waking up dead and the whole after thing. That's weird, We haven't really talked much about that, and it's a personal thing.
I mean, I feel like we've all died once, and then naturally you just woke up,
Rufa died?
Surely, he's been through a lot. I feel like he had to have died at least once.
Has Wood? Oh no, Woodward has definitely almost died at least once.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Probably found in a barrel or something.
Yeah, I remember that one time he almost died of poison. Oh, has Ichi died? She seemed like she could punch death in the face, and he'd call her ma'am.
I feel like her and her real spiritual thing, she must have, because she's so in tune with that,
Do you think Tobias has died?
Probably. I would have killed him at first sight.
Oh, that little whelp. Give me a perception check to see if you see anything in the night.
Okay. Math. 26.
26. There is nothing of interest for the rest of the night. Sorry, that scene went a little long. You unlocked NPC backstory. So I had to follow up on that. So the rest of the night is uneventful. You all get your sleep and you move on, happy as a clam. It is the next day. It is the morning. You're all doing your morning rituals. If you want to talk about what those are, you can. Tobias and Morel are doing their prayers. Morel is doing his thing with his beard, where Tobias is shaving. And that's about it.
Question. Did I heal back up from last night's excursions from that sleep?
So in Pathfinder, sleeping for recovery is not a full hit points or hit dice, because none of that. So it would be, I believe it is, I have to double check, but I want to say it's Constitution modifier times level is your recovery. Believe I'm right, but chat, please correct me. We're good? Cool. So you can just make that flat digit, boop, get that back.
Okay, so that would be 3 times 1 would be 3.
There you go. You get 3 HP back. All right, but yes, sorry.
I also have the lesser rune of Aphra, 10 minutes to recover. Constitution modifier is my notes. Do you recall exactly how that works?
So it would be kind of like a refocus action, or you could hand wave a refocus action to recover manually that amount of HP, which still would require you to be conscious. So if you want to do it now in the morning, you can do that all you'd like.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Right, Rufa's going to be putting on some tiger balm on his burns, and he has a bunch of little band-aids around all his burns, some on his face, some on his arms, before making breakfast, which basically he takes some hardtack, crumbles it up, hot water, put a little bit of that chocolate from last night and some nuts to make kind of a sweet, kind of a porridge type of deal.
All right. You make yourself some tiger balm, some food, and you're feeling pretty good. Unfortunately, the tiger balm doesn't actually give you HP back, but you feel nice.
It's flavor.
I'm down for it. Anyone else?
I'll probably do Anubis real fast.
Sure.
Is there enough time for me to try and make another alchemy check? It's technically a different day. Or we can do it later at whenever we're camping next.
Yeah, let's do it at the next camp. That way you have more time to,
cool.
do that, work on that.
Does that mean Alona can't work out again?
You want to blast a quick workout sesh? Go right ahead.
Okay. she's gonna do a quick prayer to Afra and be like, Afra, I had some really weird dreams last night. There was lots of rope. And then she's going to roll the athletics check and not do anything because she's too distracted by her dreams. I rolled a 3.
Okay. You just hear Afra go like, yeah, so like what's wrong with rope?
What's wrong with it? I'm like, but then there were ants. There was ants and rope. And then there was Morel and like 4 people. It was really weird.
You see Afra's like, look, I'm not gonna yuck your yum, but are you okay? Are you feeling good? You feeling strong?
I'm fine.
Okay, there you go.
Yay.
Okay, does anyone else have any other actions? Okay, all right. You go through your morning routines, you do your prayers, you do your push-ups, you get your breakfast. It's now time for the survival check rally as you continue to move through the Godlands. Remember, there are 4 checks, technically 5 if you really want to, but so far I think you have a lot of barter tokens. You have a check to keep the trail, you have a check to subsist on food, a check to subsist on water, and a check to look for danger. They're all survival-based checks. Now, if you want to, as in you've lost a token for barter, look for a token for barter that's also a survival check, although I think Kylie pretty much has that unlocked from last episode.
Okay, and we are still under the effects of the stupefy and such, or did that go away with our sleep, or were they reduced at all?
Good question. So any stupefy or enfeeble effect comes from a lack of food or water while going through the jungle. The minute you can eat or drink, that condition is lessened 1. So if you have level 1, it goes away.
Right. So I guess we should... Is anybody suffering a level 2? Sorry, just to check in real quick with any of the players. I think everyone is at level 1, right? At the worst?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, I think also we're pretty good because we essentially did eat breakfast.
Oh, food technically
Yeah.
did happen this time. That's a good point. I'm gonna roll for water then.
Okay.
If anybody's not opposed to that.
I'll roll to stay on the trail.
Okay.
I'll roll perception to keep an eye out for danger.
Survival.
Oh, survival, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll for
Oh no, Ian.
food. Oh, he looks unhappy.
Oh no, but
Can I
Also,
also roll
wait.
for water?
Doesn't Rufa have a subsist bonus to people
yeah.
rolling?
For food. For food,
Oh,
yes.
for
He has
food. Okay.
Yeah, he can
Ian
because
rolled water.
Yeah, because if you have you're looking for food, you can give a plus. I believe I said a +1 to subsist for food, not water though.
Sam, you said I rolled for water. I did roll. I did not find water. I'm just gonna give you guys this nice nat 1 right at the top. That beautiful. I'm gonna take it this time because we have to roll them multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a critical fail on finding water. Sidney, what was your survival check to stay on the trail?
oh, 15.
Okay, 15. Sam, what was your check?
What should I roll? Make a check for what's left.
I thought you were doing food.
Did I say food? Oh, I did say
Yeah, you
food,
did.
didn't I? Aha. Okay, and that's a survival check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have assurance, which makes that a base 10.
Yep. So if you roll under 10, you want to take assurance. It'd be as if you rolled a 10.
Okay, so 17.
Okay. All right. Kylie, what was your roll?
I am going to not roll because I feel like Shionomus would refuse to look for another barter.
Fair. You can also do a separate roll for anything else like water or
Sure.
food.
We'll
It
do
will not
water.
be 8, but it will still count.
21 for water.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Okay, good. Michael, yours was to look for dangers. What was your survival check?
16.
16. Okay. So, Woodward comes back a little worse for wear. Unfortunately, not able to find water. However, Shonibus in her ranger sense is able to look a little higher, and she is able to get enough water to keep you subsisted for the next about hour and a half. With the +1, by the way, Sam, was that 17 with Rufus +1 to survival?
No, actually, I forgot that, even though I said it. So it's an 18.
No, that's exactly why I asked, because that 18 would make it a success. The 17 would have been a failure. Thank God
Thank you,
you're not enfeebled. So the +1 works, and you get food. You have food, you have water, you're not enfeebled, you're not stupefied, and thank God you're not fatigued. Good thing you got a late rest, though, or a long night's rest, though, because I believe the 16 to the 15 to look for trouble and not be lost will, regrettably, I need Rufa to roll a D4, and I'm going to need Ilona to roll a D6.
Yo, I may not have found the water, but I found Shionibus after she found the water, and I led her back to the group. So I'm going to count this as, you know...
I might count that as a win.
Yeah, 1 in my favor.
Yeah,
Still
definitely.
a druid. Still a druid.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I got a 2.
Okay. As you are moving through the jungle, moving through, suddenly the forest gets dense, much denser, very, very thick. The trees now, the leaves, you have to like basically use all your might to pull them across to get through. And eventually, as you do, you see a bunch of discarded carcasses, but they're not left with like reckless abandon. They're almost entirely picked clean and then left aside. And then eventually you hear the snap of a twig, and you look around you and you see people moving through the brush. They start slowly coming at you in groups. Some of them have these long snouts with razor sharp teeth in 2 rows. Some of them are just covered in fur and wearing a mask of a bone skull on their face. If they don't have a natural animalistic look, they seem to be wearing masks made out of bones and fur. And they start moving through. You smell meat, blood, flesh. What are you doing in wolf and fur territory?
Ilona's gonna like tap Shionibus like rabbit foot. Big rabbit foot. We have rabbit foot.
Yeah. She's gonna take it out and place it on the ground and back away slowly.
Okay. Really fast. Now, do you want this to be like the shoo Legend of the Hidden Temple Guard? Here's my medallion, go away. Or do you want a diplomatic moment with these people?
Diplomatic moment.
Okay. This will give you a +2 to diplomacy, deception, or intimidation. However, intimidation will have massive consequences if you fail. The question is, what do you talk to them? What do you ask them? We do.
Shionibus, do you want to handle this one, or do you want me to do it?
I don't speak Sylvan.
Right, I gotta do it. Okay.
Want me
Ilona.
to pass you some notes?
Yeah, Rufa, can you just jot something down on a paper real fast? I'll just read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt aid with diplomacy, I'm guessing.
Read from the script. Just you've really nice handwriting, Rufa.
2 scrolls, it's like a teleprompter. He's just rolling them up in front of her.
Just sitting there like looking slow to the middle distance.
27. Welcome
20.
to the week. Welcome to the Jungle Nightly News. My name is Ilona.
Yeah, Rufa's Rufa's what do we call him? When the candidates have people writing their speeches for him. Yeah, speechwriter. Rufa's your speechwriter.
Great. Perfect.
So what do you say, Sidney?
Ilona, reading off of this banana leaf, I'm guessing, just says, "Hello, we are the nameless adventurers. We have come into this jungle to help prevent its destruction. We offer you this gigantic rabbit leg in hopes that you will accept our offering and let us pass through the forest so we can continue trying to save it. For there are people in this forest that wish to do it harm, and you would understand this as people who live in the forest, how important it is to protect it. So please enjoy our offering and let us continue on our journey."
Give me a diplomacy check with a +2.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll again.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll again.
Just
Gonna
that point.
I have a hero point, so I'm gonna do it, and I'm really glad that it did because oh dear, I got a 24.
Okay. So I just say that the wolf and fur looking at you kind of like part, and coming from their numbers, you see is one with a giant bone mask covering what looks like an actual snout. You see bone spurs coming out of his back and long fur. You see this one gnarled clawed hand and one hand that looks like just muscle, like just stripped clean muscle. And he comes walking over to you. Your barter is acceptable. And he takes your token, he puts it behind him, and he points at your hand, and he kind of points himself like he's like saying, like, give me your hand.
Alona hands him her hand.
He looks at the hand, he kind of cautiously sniffs it. He sniffs the palm, he sniffs around it, and then he kind of grabs it, and you see him just kind of like lick the hand and then rub his face into your hand, and then licks it one more time. Scent remembered, scent easily found. In the forest of gods you be, and we will watch you. If you need us, howl for the wolf.
Yes, sir.
And then he kind of starts slinking backwards. He grabs the rabbit foot without breaking eye contact, throws it over his shoulder, and then just starts like slowly looking back. And then Sylvan, he says, pack, continue the hunt. We have new seedlings to feed. And with a howl, they just storm off in packs of 3.
When they leave, Rufa's going to look over at Chronomus and kind of whispers to her, better Alona than me. And better Alona than Rufa.
No, that was weird. That was real weird, right? That wasn't
Very,
just me.
Very unhygienic.
I don't know. Like, so you guys just don't get animals, right? I'm gonna step in on this one. That's kind of normal. Like they're kind of like the wolf ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I feel like it'll work out for us in the long run.
It
This is why I
will.
don't work with the Fae. This is
But
No.
don't like.
It's good. It's really good.
I
Woodward's
really hope it's not the fate again. Well, we had bad encounter in Marty Moss.
Yeah, I also wouldn't do anything with that hand because he licked it.
Yeah,
Alona.
make sure
Like,
you wash
just
your
like,
hands.
Yeah, eat with the other one. Use a fork or
Oh.
something.
No, do it.
Maybe don't wash it, because if like there are other crews around here and they're like, oh, you're fine, you smell like us.
Isn't that the hand that you
Don't
like
rub your
cast
eyes
spells
with
with
that
and touch us
hand.
with though?
Yeah,
Don't
don't.
rub your eyes with your hand.
But if they smell the wolf tribe on us, are the
You.
scale and feather on me?
Yo.
Are they gonna eat me?
I mean, it's possible at this point. I think everything in this jungle wants to eat us.
Look, I've been
We'll
around, but I don't
protect
make.
you.
Yeah, I don't make a habit out of getting licked by beings. So this is the first time I've really encountered this. But you can go in front. How about you go in front as we go through your territory or their territory?
Okay,
Yes, I like that.
cool.
Rufa seconds.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah,
Sure,
you
this takes
got
like
this.
5 steps back.
Yes, we are here, but we are 10 feet behind here.
Yep.
I'll walk with you, and it doesn't even smell that bad.
Really? Alona holds out her hand to Ichi.
I said that bad. It smells a little bit.
Yeah, like it doesn't smell that bad from a distance.
Yes, from the distance of 10 feet behind you.
Woodward, come stand next to me.
Okay, so let's get the next rally of survival checks. By the way, make sure you note that you have lost your barter token with wolf and fur. So we have another rally of 4 checks, and since you did lose a token to wolf and fur, you can continue to look for those or think, now we got a few spread out here and there. Choice is yours. Who's rolling for what?
Question, PJ.
Mhm.
I just realized something.
Mhm.
I forgot whether I think I did it last game, but I think one of my open cases is the jungle now, right? I think I did it last game. I forgot.
It has been a while, but I know that you can always change one of your 2 cases.
Yeah. So if not, I'm changing one of my cases to the jungle.
Okay.
Jungle. Just generally.
I just realized that.
Just jungle at large. Okay.
Yeah.
Still the question remains, what are you guys going to roll for survival? You have to track, to not get lost, to look for danger, to subsist on food or subsist on water. And of course, if you really want to, you can look for a barter token.
I'm gonna roll to not get us lost.
Okay.
I'm doing danger again because that's the only thing I can really do well.
Okay.
Ish.
Roll for water this time.
Then I will try for food.
Okay.
I'll do a barter, and it makes sense because I got a 3, which makes it a 10, and she really doesn't care about looking for another barter.
Yeah, totally fair. You find none. You're not really looking. You're just kind of like, oh, man, look at all these non-barter tokens kicking rocks.
I rolled a 24 to stay on the path.
Awesome possum.
I got a 17 on keeping an eye out for danger.
Cool. Sam, what you got?
23 for water.
23 for water. And what do you got, Ian?
23 for food.
All right. You don't get lost. In fact, as you're traveling, you see a few of Wolf and Fang in the forest just kind of like pointing you along the way and kind of getting you out of their turf. They kind of sniff and go, go that way. In Sylvan.
See, it's good, Alona. I like it.
As you travel around, you're finding giant fruits like the size of your head. You're finding great big water droplets that you can just start moving into people's steins. Like it's great. You're able to subsist just fine. However, Michael, I need you to roll some fun time for me. I need you to roll a D6.
56.
The wolf tribe is with us. They'll protect us, right?
The one skill that Rufus is not really proficient in at all. He's a city boy.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay. And we're going to take a 5-minute break. When we come back, we're going to see what horrible atrocity is about to befall our heroes. Come back in 5 minutes at 9:48 Pacific Standard Time. I can't wait to see what happens. Come back then. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. I was pointing whimsically off into the distance. Anyway, that being said, so what death-defying dangers are my poor friends getting themselves into? What horrible thing am I going to subject them to?
This is what happens when I don't get proficiency in a skill.
It's okay.
It's the one skill. It's
one
the one skill.
Literally, it's like pretty much the one skill I don't have.
You gotta be bad at something, otherwise you're a god among men.
Or
you can't survive outside for 10 minutes.
Or are you a man amongst gods? I don't know.
Not yet.
That's true. We'll see what happens at level 20.
Stay tuned.
I mean, we're all
level
gods.
20.
Honestly,
Eventually.
Rufa is going to be the god of dance. So, like, we're already on that track.
Yeah.
True.
If not the god
of lies.
Yeah, if not the god of dance himself, Rufa will be the what is it? What is he doing for the other god? The spokesman, the manager?
You're right.
So as you guys are walking, you suddenly come across this dead end, this giant rocky dead end in front of you. Giant wall face.
Guys, I think, could I be wrong? And Woodward kind of leans in and he looks at it and he like grabs the dirt and kind of rubs it between his hands and he goes, "You think this is the beginning of the cliffs? Did we get there already?"
Ilona looks straight up. How high does it go?
It's really hard to tell. Because it looks like it kind of goes until it hits this canopy of trees. So it either goes beyond that or to that.
Okay. Is there sunlight and a bird nearby?
Well, I mean, there's the way you came and a deviation to your right, but it looks like you're gonna have to like really go off the trail to go that way.
But does the sun reveal a keyhole?
I see what you're going with, and no, unfortunately, it's not the Staff of Ra.
Darn.
What if we wait for the moon?
Yes.
And then it's the Misty Mountain.
That's exactly. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know what? Perception check, I guess, to figure out. Yep. That is a 23. Is this humanoid made? Is that the best way to say it in D&D or Pathfinder?
Fair enough. You're looking at the stuff. No, it looks like it's naturally occurring. However, the rocks seem to have wrinkles, folds in them.
No, it's alive. Okay. What is it? A turtle? I don't know. What? Perception to figure out if it's a living thing?
Give me a nature check.
No. I'm eating my fruit snacks in peace.
What level is the animal staff that Woodward received?
I believe it is the smallest level available.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I rolled. I forgot my nature was super high, which is so random for a cloistered cleric. 26.
26. Okay, cool. So you're looking to see if this is alive. And as you start to like touch it with your hands and look at it, you realize you've seen this a few times up close in Ore and a few merchants going in and out of the City of Lights. It looks very similar to elephant skin. However, the color is way off. It is way too dark to be elephant skin. And it is about this time that you feel a warmth to it, and you can feel something charging. Like you can feel some energy behind it. It's beginning to like stir almost. And then you see the wall just fly away. Suddenly, as it flies away, the walls are placed by gold. Massive, shining gold. Speckles moving everywhere. And it looks like there's this deep, deep divot right in the center of this gold wall.
Perception check to see where the wall went?
Go right ahead.
Rufus kind of just, as I say, Rufus is standing there and just like looks over to Jonas and goes, "Rufus, done with this jungle. We done. We're just done. Done. Over with."
I hate it here.
Well, that's not right. That's another 25.
Yeah, 25. So you're looking to see where did the wall go? So you're looking around. You can see the end of the tree canopy some 100 feet above you, maybe more, in the ground. And it's about this time you realize there's actually a great, there's a bit of difference between the wall, the floor, and the canopy, almost as if this is being pressed against this outcropping. The wall seems to be gone beyond the canopy. Whatever this golden wall is that you're looking at now is whatever was underneath the wall.
I think Woodwort is going to slowly ask everyone to back up with him. With a, let's see, it would have been a nature check. We should make this a dirty 20. Does he recognize this as an eye? As in the eyelid opened up and now with the black divot in the gold is the pupil?
What was that number again?
Dirty 20.
As you look at this golden wall with a massive divot, the divot proceeds to dilate into an eye. And as it dilates, you can see yourselves reflected in an eye bigger than a cliff face. And then you hear the roar. A loud animal roar. Suddenly, you see the eye vanish, and you see there's this open crater where the trees used to be, and you see just this depth valley below it, and then the trees shatter under a shadow. And standing above you is easily a 300-foot tall, must be thousands of tons of weight, with speckled fur, golden eyes, and fangs dripping for vengeance. The roar echoes throughout the jungle. Give me a religion check.
How do we roll for badass roar for GM? That was not a sound effect. That was great.
Shucks.
21 religion.
Any bonus for being kind of from here?
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, this is the best religion check I've ever done in my life.
Not 20.
Oh, nice.
Hey, yo. Dirty 20.
Hey.
All right, so we got a dirty 20. We got a critical 20. What was yours, Alona?
I forget.
It's
20,
it's okay. Yeah,
20
something.
Can you roll for religion untrained?
I don't believe you can.
Okay.
Not to recall knowledge, I don't think.
This has nothing to do with Rochelle. I
think
know her. This ain't it.
Just looking at this thing goes. All right, friends. We're gonna go home now. That it's turn around. Catch the next boat out.
And
21.
Ichi, what was your religion check, Ichi?
I had a dirty 20 without any like Asmacon bonus.
It's okay.
Whatever that would be.
I'll give you the bonus in my head. So as this thing stands above you, you know this is the Avenger of Lion. This is one of the many warrior, defender, trickster, and death gods of Western and Northern Asmacon. While they may have melded into different lotus, warrior, god, goddesses, creators, and guardians, different shapes all have taken this very clearly. This powerful warrior is so mighty that the most elite warriors, the most elite paladins of Asmacon wear his fur to pay homage to the great destroyer. You are staring at Jaguar, the god of many, the destroyer of more. And he is pissed that the blood of mortals woke him up.
Can Alona howl?
Did you howl for the wolves?
Yes.
Give me a diplomacy check +2.
Okay.
So does Rufa know all this too?
I think you would kind of put 2 and 2 together and go, I think this is Jaguar. It's a giant Jaguar. I think it's Jaguar.
20.
Yeah.
What role do I have to make to stop Alona from calling them?
I'm going to let you guys work that out as low-grade PvP.
You want her to just open her mouth and you just jump up and smack it shut?
I wish I had the mad hops it would take to get to a normal human being a gnome.
Does Rufa know whether to speak Sylvan or Celestial to it?
You would not know. You'd have to take a shot in the dark.
Ichi's I was gonna say Ichi's gonna speak Asmacon to it and say, "Ooh, pardon our terrible mistake. We respect your lands deeply, and we atone for disturbing you." She waits to see if there's like any kind of response.
You're seeing this in Asmacon?
Yeah.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Alona, you see this in front of you.
Alona catches your drift.
That's a 25.
25. Even though the mouth is stuck, fangs out, lips curled back, snarling like a cat would when they're hunting or intimidating, bristling fur, you hear a voice. You don't know if it's in your head, from the sky, or from this massive jaguar, but you hear a voice deep and rich in an old Asmacon. So it takes you a few seconds to get everything. But the voice does say, You killed my friend. You enter a land you are not supposed to be in.
I did not kill your friend personally. The only reason we're here is to stop a bunch of people from wrecking your forest. So that's good.
You reek of them. I still smell their blood on his carcass. You reek of their ropes and their knives. You reek of their harpoons and their shields.
Well, one of them licked my friend, so that's probably what you're smelling. We could take a bath before proceeding respectfully to our destination, if that would please you.
Villa Lobo. No. The House of Wolf will not have a place in my forest. Suddenly a paw shatters a whole tree. I like my meat scared. Run, mortals. Jaguar hunts today.
Really quick, I was wondering if Rufa kind of gets that this interaction is going south or not.
Yeah, you can pretty much figure out it's going south. I'm gonna give that to you.
Sometimes they like do shows of force. I don't know.
Usually, when a predator, the most alpha predator, does a show of force, that's not a good sign. I'll give that to you for free.
Okay, Rufa's gonna try to kind of stand next to Itchy, just kind of holds his hands up and kind of shouts in. He's shot in the dark. Celestial.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Hoping that he's gonna wait for a second to see if Jaguar dude understands.
Jaguar docks its head, its ears perked back all the way, eyes wide, dilated, fangs out, body bristled, back raised, tail poofy. This Jaguar is reading every sign of I'm either hunting, or I'm scared, or I'm killing. But he does look a little confused at the Celestial. And then he lowers his head to you.
We are emissaries on a grand and divine mission. We are on a mission from gods. We're on a mission from gods.
He looks and he says, Correr.
Oh, let's go.
And Joe, please play the lion's roar as Jaguar chases his prey. And with that, play Savage as the chase to survive Jaguar's rage is upon you now. All right, my heroes. Jaguar has done as he promised. He will eat your flesh and he will take no prisoners. The time is yours to run away from Jaguar as he is trying to kill you.
But he's so big, though.
He is big, though. But here's the thing. How many times did you try to step on a cockroach and missed?
Okay, that's fair.
Not saying you're cockroaches, but I mean size. So, we're going to do this 6 rounds. The DC to beat is 20. You decide what you're using to overcome the obstacle. DC is 20. I need 3 points of success every round. If you do not succeed, you will take damage, because this is not a chase to escape. This is a chance or a chase to survive. Are you ready, my heroes?
One question.
Answer.
Do smaller legs have any disadvantage in this?
No. In fact, if you are a small-sized creature, you will get a +2.
My time has come.
I also have a question.
Yep.
Before we're gonna get kind of swat around like, like from a cat. Can I use an item?
No, you're running like hell.
Okay.
But you can use it to maybe get away from the obstacle. On your turn, you decide, but still a DC to activate that item. That being said, let's go through. The DC to beat is 20. I need 3 success points, which only gives 2 of you the right to fail. Are you ready?
What are we adding?
It's whatever skill you want.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can roll that skill. Now, here's the very first obstacle. A claw swipe, the size of a house. Starts clearing through the jungle.
Can I use the item now?
What item do you wish to use?
I want to use one of the hairs of Sun Wukong.
Dope.
Use a god to fight a god.
Yeah, okay. I respect that. Give me an acrobatics check to quickly activate this hair. Now, everyone else, hold on to that number. I need everyone else's numbers and what actions they're taking to get away from this claw swipe. Let's start with Ian. Ian, what you got?
So the action I'm going to take, I get a +2 to it. I'm just trying to dodge and get out of the way. Acrobatics, I guess, is the best I got.
Sure.
So that'll be a 19 total.
1 shy. Woo! So we will get that in a second. Sidney, what's up?
I also got a 19 for religion.
1 shy. Unfortunately, whatever the religion was for, it's not going to be able to cut it right now. Those are 2 failures. I need the rest of you to roll 20 up. Sam, what you got for me?
I got a 24 in athletics to book it.
Knees to chest. I love it. Okay. Kai, what you got for me?
27 acrobatics, and we dodge it.
Hell yeah. Okay. Rufa, this is all the marbles of the first round. What do you got?
I got a 24 on that acrobatics. So you pull out one of the hairs of Sun Wukong to summon him.
Good. First round, 3 successes. No one takes any damage as each is able to save 1 person, and Kylie is able to save 1 person. As you take one of the hair and throw it out, you see a smoke, poof, and you Sun Wukong is going, "What's up, manager boss? What can I do?"
Lord Sun Wukong, I have your first, the first of your many stories that will be regaled across the lands for you. Meet your opponent for you to defeat and spread your glory. And Rufa kind of just grandly gestures to the Jaguar god.
He looks at it with wide eyes and goes, Nah, I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to ride him. And he goes to the top of the Jaguar and starts grabbing him by the hairs. And he's just going, I'm the monkey god, me. I'm the most, hey, listen to me, cat. He hits him with a stick. Listen to me. the DC to beat has dropped to an 18.
Now, is that before or after what I rolled?
After.
Okay.
So the DC to beat is now an 18. This will last for 1d4 rounds of my roll. This will last for 3 rounds. And then after that, on the last round, it'll jump back up. On the last 2 rounds, it'll jump back up to a DC 20. So we are now in the second round. DC's 18. Success is that much easier. You can see Jaguar is just absolutely livid as this monkey is spider crawling, just pulling his hair, just chasing after you. A lot of mucus to do that, and it gets caught in my throat. And then suddenly, you see the next obstacle. He whips his tail out of a tree. You hear the creak and crack of wood as this 300-foot tree just comes crashing down in front of you. The next obstacle is this massive tree that's in your way. DC to beat's 18, only because the Jaguar is starting to lose some distance because the monkey. Kylie, that's a good face. What you got, Kylie?
I'm using a hero point.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not a good face.
Yes.
Question, since we're in the jungle, there's vines around here, right?
Thematically, yes.
Full Tarzan. Go full Tarzan. Do it, Rufo.
No, I'm going Star Wars.
Oh, fair enough.
Are you ATMT?
Yeah. We're reenacting the Battle of Hoth.
All right, give me an acrobatics check for that.
Oh, well, they tripped an AT-AT or they tripped a, never mind, Ewoks.
I think the AT-AT was head crushed, but either way. Because technically AT-ATs, right? I don't believe are on Hoth.
AT-ST? I
AT,
don't know. It's one of those.
I think it's AT-MT.
AT-ATs.
Well, the AT-ATs are chicken walk. You know what? Doesn't matter. The point is acrobatics check. Sidney, what you got for me?
I got a 10.
That's the first fail of this rally. Okay. I'm sorry. What do we got, Ian? I see some
Woodward got a nat 20 for the athletics to just vault the damn tree.
If you didn't have the fly spell, then, well, you got it the old-fashioned way. You fly over that, buddy. Sam, what you got?
Got a 25 for athletics to just, book it over the tree and try to hopefully haul somebody over if possible.
Okay, it's 2 successes. So in theory, 2 people are saved unless this last 1 or 2 doesn't work. Kylie, did we already get your number?
No, I did a hero point. That's gonna be 21 for acrobatics to dodge again.
All right, and I'm pretty sure this ATMT, whatever we're doing, this Hoth trick, is going to be important. So what's that acrobatics check?
Well, I'm gonna let you know it does succeed, but I actually do want to roll instead. I want to argue a little bit for performance because I want to use Rufa to kind of dive between the legs of Jaguar Guard and kind of just does that rolling dance around.
I'm going to still say it's acrobatics because that is physically what that would be. But the good thing is you still said it's an 18 plus.
Yeah. It was a 19.
Okay, that does it. So you are all able to clear this tree. Some of you are helping each other out. Some of you are taking your time. Rufa starts tying up one of the paws. You see the Jaguar kind of having confusion. Its arm starts moving through, and with great strength with ease rips the vine off. However, it's losing distance, which means you all get a +1 in your check to get away. We're now on round 3. The DC to beat is an 18. You all have a +1 to whatever check you are going to use. At this point in time, you hear the horrible howl and roar of the Jaguar, and you see birds the size of cars start descending from trees in fear of it. What do you do?
I don't want to kill the momentum, but I have a question. Does that +1 go with the +2 for being small?
I will allow that, yes.
I got
PJ, sorry. Can you give
What's up,
me
Michael?
a name of a very terrible, horrible god in your Astrogenicon?
Well, there's a lot. You want devils? I'll give you
Revive.
devils.
Something that would surprise the Jaguar god.
Oh, would surprise the Jaguar
That's
god.
his name.
I'll say this. I don't think Rufa and the Astrogenicon would know what god would actually surprise Jaguar.
All right. then just give me like something to yell out. I just want a name.
You want Ravan? You want Magadon? You want Tarzamot? There's a lot of really bad guys in hell.
Do you want Chionobus to turn around and deck you?
Don't say his name, you'll summon him.
It's only if you do it 3 times.
In a mirror.
So what's up, Michael? You know what? Hold on, before we get that, Sidney, you were asking something, or you were saying this before. What's your role?
Oh, I got a dirty 20 to pray her way out of this situation.
Okay, dirty 20 to pray the way.
Pray the way.
All right, so I got that. Kylie, what's yours?
It's my 21 athletics to vault over anything.
All right. Sam, what's yours?
I got a 30 for athletics.
God damn. Okay.
Nice.
And each is just like an obstacle course, just like, and then hopefully, you know, boosting someone where they need to be boosted, you know, I don't know, going for it.
It's all good. You're going through a gauntlet of birds the size of cards, dive bombing you all in fear. So if you want to, I'll even say you grab a bird by the beak, you judo toss that mother, and you keep going.
Can I grab a bird and throw it at another bird?
Of course you can. Hero point for even asking. Yes.
Yes.
Because you beat a mother bird with another mother bird.
2 birds with 1 bird.
2 birds,
Nice.
1 bird. I'll give you a hero point. Why not? Ian, what are you doing?
And I use a survival check for noticing how rabbits run through the forest when running from wolves. I am a small creature. To try to use the forest in a way to try to give me shelter. If
Yes.
not, I'll roll acrobatics.
No. I will absolutely give that to survival. Yeah, go right ahead and roll that.
I am happy to report is an 18 plus 3 is 21.
Absolutely awesome. Michael, I want to know the name of the devil you want to talk about, and I want to know the religion roll needed to do that.
Really quick, is Persephone in this world?
Technically, yes. It is established that Magadon fears her.
Okay. Actually, Rufa's going to, because I'm using my deception roll on this, and I got a 29.
Okay. And what name are you
Rufa's
using?
going to basically shout out, "Oh, it's Persephone's coming, and she has a really, really bad look in her eye behind you."
So,
Nailed it.
somewhere in the 9 hells, you just feel this. But as you're looking at the thing, so first of all, yeah, for sure, Sam, you throw the bird to another bird. You're serpentining, Ian, jumping to and fro like a rabbit would. The birds can't get a lock on you. Their dive bombs don't work.
Radagast.
I love the Great Mouse Detective. I've been wanting to build a game about that forever. Later though. So Sidney, you're praying the way, and suddenly you see a bird kind of fly at you, kind of blink, and then slowly kind of trail off to the right a little bit. You can only assume Nadir maybe has something to say about that. Kylie, you're basically Black Widow in the laser grid. They can't touch you. As you mentioned Persephone.
Can't touch this.
Ugh, I love Hammer Time. Anyway, so as you call upon Persephone, you see the Jaguar kind of look over his shoulder for a second, and he kind of slows down for a second, and he gives that look like, "Oh, come on!" And then he just starts pumping even harder. So now it's round 4. This is the last round with the DC's an 18. The Monkey King is on top, still messing with the Jaguar. He's shouting in his ear, and he's wincing like. He then all of a sudden vanishes. His shadow vanishes with him. And then suddenly, as the high in the sky Azmokan's sun starts baking the canopy, you see the entire world become clouded in darkness. I need your checks.
What?
Oh dear.
Check for what? I like.
Go for anything you want.
So the obstacle is there's shadows all around you, and Jaguar doesn't seem to be here anymore. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I love Michael's so honest reaction. Check for what? I was like, your words said exactly how I was feeling. What do you mean? Check for what?
I got a dirty 20.
All right, dirty
Nice.
20 on what was the roll?
Religion.
Okay.
I have a caveat I'm trying to run here.
Okay.
It will be a perception check. 28. I know we are surrounded by darkness, but I'm a sensate gnome, which means I have imprecise scent for 30 feet around me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that will give me any sort of work towards, and if my +2 for being small still counts. That actually bumps it up a little bit, but I don't know if that'll give me a, like, do I smell the giant paw that's about to crush me?
Yeah. What was that again? 28?
Yeah, so it would be a 28, 29, 30 actually for the perception plus, if the +2 for me being a small creature counts in this case.
So you sniff, you look up, the sun seems to have vanished under the darkened shadow of a 300-foot jaguar descending upon you like a Scud missile.
That is clear now. I should have seen that from the beginning.
So you're basically going, oh no!
I'm just Woodward points out, well, so I guess he tries to warn everybody by doing exactly that, looking up and uttering something along the lines of, oh shoot.
So since I was a little subtle with that, I will say that this will give you a +1 check. Don't worry, Sidney, yours is already successful. A +1 check on the roll. If you already rolled it, that's good. Let me know. Sam, what are you doing?
I'm doing a reflex save to just try to dodge where that thing's coming down, and that is a 25.
Very nice. Kylie, what you got for me?
I did survival on a 25 because that's what I'm trying to do. Survive.
You're just looking around going like, come on, give me something, give me something, give me something, give me something. Fine. And I'm gonna say if you allow, I will let you just Tarzan. Hell yeah. Roof, what you got?
Quick question. Is there anything that Rufa could use to pull off a Woodward Rufa combo on a?
Since Woodward already kind of used his action to see him, I'm gonna say no, unless you want to see him more.
No. I mean, like, have something fall on top of, something big fall on top of Jaguar dude.
Again, no. But if you have something for you to survive, you can do that too.
Okay. Then I will. Then that is. You know what? I'll just do acrobatics to basically roll out of the way then.
Okay.
Which would be instead 25.
Nice.
Oh, 26. Sorry, 26. I got that +1.
As Woodward kind of goes, he does a thing about the Jaguar incoming. You all just scatter. And as you're doing religion, Ilona, you remember a story about Shelg the hunter, respectful and penitent in the forest. You try to bend the knee and you start rolling, and as you roll just out of the way of this massive paw to destroy the earth underneath it. This giant crater is left in the wake of Jaguar as you've just rolled out of danger. 5th round. Upon this round, the DC jumps back up to 20. With a big poof, in a giggle, you hear the Sun Wukong that you've summoned, the Monkey King, has gone back to... It is now round 5. The Jaguar is really mad. He starts to kind of do some mental math with his eyes. He opens his maw. It is literally the size of the forest you're in, and he is just going to straight up eat you. Your next obstacle is the mouth coming to devour you. What do you do? DC is 20, and I don't believe there's a +1 on this one, so just a DC 20.
Y'all better get through this because I can't.
Okay.
PJ, can you describe just how big this creature's mouth is again? Just for, just for the sake of like fear.
Sure. You hear the sound of what can only be described as a monument imploding at the sound of a mouth opening. The sound of teeth starting to get ready and saliva pool, and the cavernous mouth behind you is, I would say, probably bigger than an airport. About the size of maybe like an airport facade, like the front of an airport.
Love it.
Welcome to LAX. It's literally going to eat you alive.
Oh, sweet. Elona got a 23 to again pray her way. Pray. We're gonna pray away the big scary maw. How about that?
All right.
Please.
Afra, take the wheel.
Afra shows up in like a Humvee, and she's like, "Welcome to Jumanji."
Oh, no.
Just doing Temple Run, but with the Jaguar.
I have one success, and I believe from Kylie's face that was one failure.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a 13.
That's a 13, not gonna go. But I see a critical success for Rufa. Rufa, what are you doing? Give me the skill check.
I'm guessing it'll be a throw or something because Rufa's gonna take one of his alchemist fire flask out. Pretty much essentially that scene from The Mask where, he eats that dynamite, here's a spicy hot meatball.
Right in the mouth. Like Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, you're throwing it right in the mouth. Okay. Yeah. You certainly hit. Sam, what's your number and what's your skill?
I did athletics, and that's a 23. And I think Ichi's going to try to, when he comes down to bite, he's got real big fangs, right? She's gonna hold on.
Okay.
She can't get 8 if she's holding the tooth.
Okay. I'm getting some vibes that I like. Let's see where this goes. Okay.
Logic, right?
Absolutely. Ian, really fast. You can't go wrong at this point, but I'm just curious.
Oh, can I? I used my last hero point to go from a 7 on the die face to a solid 9. So, yeah, my acrobatics at this point is 12, 15 total. Ooh, I'm a small creature. That's a +1, 16 to, I don't know, I fail. I did whatever Woodward did to fail.
So you start doing a cartwheel. You know those kind of cartwheels where you give up halfway and your butt just kind of like sloops
Sick.
over? Yeah, you're like, and you just kind of whatever. Thank God, literally everyone else is around. As you're doing it, Morel just scoops you up and he goes, "I love the enthusiasm, little man. You're doing great."
Woodward, he goes, "Mush, your other arm, use it!" And he just points down at Mush, kind of catch up or keep up with him.
Mush crawls up Morel and he's just kind of just laying on his shoulder like this, just moving. It is now the final round of the chase. DC is still 20, but as Ichi has grabbed the tooth, she is now lifted about 200 plus feet in the air. As Jaguar bites, misses, has a rock dwarf on his tooth, and lifts her without problem to where his neck line would be. Now, Ichi, no matter what the obstacle is, this is the reality you're in. You are 200 plus feet in the air. You will die if you take this falling damage.
Oh.
But you're also very close to the head of Jaguar. That being said, the last obstacle. Jaguar runs, gets really low, does the butt wiggle cats do, and then jumps forward with 2 giant claw swipes and a bite. It's all or nothing. He is going for the kill strike. This will all count as one action that you need to overcome as part of the chase. You get past this, you survive. If I don't get 3 successes, this is going to hurt.
Is there a possibility Woodward can do the shoulder wiggle that Shaquille does back to the cat?
Free action to kind of. But yes, this is the moment, last moment of the chase. What's your skill check, Sidney?
Hey, did you at some point in this game give me a hero point? Did you give me one?
You got one. You got
did
one.
get one.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you got an
did.
extra.
Oh, thank
You
God.
made a pun. I don't remember what it was, but it was
Made a reference to our pun, and I was like, yeah, hero point.
Because I got a nat 1.
Ooh, I'm so glad you didn't keep that.
Yeah, me too. Oh.
Hey, Kylie, how you feeling?
We're so close, guys.
What was the
I was
die
so
phase?
close.
Or I'm sorry, what was the total roll?
19.
Yeah, you were so close.
It was so close.
We have the first failure on the board. One more failure, and you guys are in the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Mm-hmm.
0 point?
What?
I'll tell you what, you get a hero point after you survive the chase.
Oh, man.
I got
I'll never see that hero point, guys.
I got a dirty 20 for nature.
Okay. What are you doing with nature?
Hopefully trying to copy what Shionibus did and get one of those vines and then use my knowledge that I now have of ropes and like just get out of the way.
Swing,
Get out.
swing.
Swing.
All right. Rufa, what are you doing, and what's your number?
Quick question. I know this Jaguar is bigger than us. Would it be too big for Titan Wrestler?
Dear God, yes. He's 300 feet
Okay.
plus.
Then could I just do? Rufa's gonna try another Hoth attempt with vines.
All right, acrobatics. While you're rolling 21. Okay, Sam, what you got for me?
Okay, I have a 24 in athletics. I'm trying to figure out what exactly I'm doing.
Okay, I'll give you a choice. You
Okay.
can climb up, or you can climb down.
I probably shouldn't get any further off the ground. I'm a rock dwarf. So maybe I could time it like when he's doing the pounce and he like hits the ground. I can like tumble off at the right moment when he has made his impact.
Okay. All right, I'm not going to count that as a success just yet because I have a part 2 to that. We're going with that though. Ian, what do you have for me?
Okay, and we get one action, correct?
One skill check. Yes, one skill check.
One
action.
skill check specifically. Okay. I am in the arms of Morel, replacing Alona for the second. I'm sorry. Is there any way that what can I roll in the arms of Morel that will also allow me to avoid or help Morel get me out of the situation?
I'm sorry, my brain just thinking Sarah McLachlan.
Angel.
I was literally typing it in our chat.
I am coddled and comfy, but how can Morel help me?
That's very fair, very fair. Well, he is running right now like a linebacker through everything. So if you want to make a check to help him, you can either make an acrobatics check to like tuck and roll and, you know, do your own thing.
Great.
Yeah.
I have a forest check, lore forest. Can I maybe point out something in the forest that he could use to like jump around or?
I will absolutely allow that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I won't take the +1 for being a small creature at this point.
Sure.
Oof. I'm gonna need it though. I got a 17 on the die.
Okay. So, Ichi, this next demand is going to discern whether or not on the last round you all succeed or not. The athletics check to get off the arm was good. However, I need an acrobatics check on the tuck and roll getting off the arm.
Okay. Come on, good dice. You're my new dice. I like you very much. You look like the jungle already. Okay. All right. Okay. We still gotta use calculator because I can't math.
It's okay.
I cannot math. 26 acrobatics.
And that makes 3 successes. As the kill strike comes and the bite to follow, You have Woodward trying to get Morel to hide behind a rock. He can't quite veer off just in time. The rock already passes him like a left turn that Waze was too late to inform you on. And he's looking at it like, oh no. And as he's running, suddenly, like bouncing out of nowhere, comes a certain familiar rock dwarf luchadora who just keeps bouncing on the ground. And Morel just catches up to your bounce. And just kind of like scoops you back up to your feet as the 2 claw strikes go and the bite lashes out with distance, with momentum, with guile, and with leg wraps and everything else. The Jaguar comes to a stop, lands its jaw on the ground. You can see earth just spewing out from the side as his face just drags the jungle floor. And with that, his eyes open up, looking at you all. Gets up, starts looking its paw. I know your scent. Remember whose land this is. And he turns around, slinking away. Each paw like a boulder. And the chase is done.
Bad kitty. I whisper that very quietly.
Also, I want to give you a retroactive.
Next time we'll bring an
So sorry, Michael. What was that? Hello?
I say, Rufa goes, and next time we'll bring an extra large spray bottle.
What? So what I was gonna say is that Sam, you get a retroactive hero point. I don't want you to use it in the chase, but for recognizing correr was like run. Bonus point for that.
Just for education, that is not the imperative form of the verb though, so you're slightly incorrect.
You're correct. You're right. That is not the properly conjugated form. That's just the base word.
Yeah, but good.
Thank you for correcting me. So you have survived. Thankfully, he did not take you too far off the path. You have one more survival check to make before the day is done and you get to make camp again. You have survived Wolf and Fur. You have survived the Wrath of Jaguar. Let's see what's in the cards today for this last one. So decide which survival you're going to make.
Does anybody want to back me up on this as an insurance? I do horrible survival checks.
I'll do survival. I have assurance.
So sorry, Sidney. I couldn't hear you on the microphone, so I just want to make sure you're not muted.
Oh, no.
Can't talk.
I'm not muted. Go for it.
Oh, cool.
Do I get any pluses for being in Morel's arms from my next survival check? I'm working all the angles. I don't want to die.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I might die. I rolled a 3.
So also, what are you guys doing? Sidney, what are you rolling for?
Oh, right. We're back to this now. Well, I just rolled a 3 plus 5. Oh God. Well, I rolled really bad, so I'm gonna say that I was looking for tokens because I hope that everyone else did better than I did.
Smooth recovery. Okay. What are you doing, Rufa?
Okay, I hope somebody helps me out this roll. Like, I got a 10 on keeping an eye out for trouble.
Okay, 10 on keeping an eye out for trouble. Very, very good. Ian, what'd you get?
I got a survival check of a total of 14. Okay. And I was I didn't know. I didn't choose, so I rolled a d6 to figure out what I was looking for, and I was apparently looking for the path.
Good. Okay, I like where this is going. Sam, what did you roll for?
Was looking out for danger the survival check?
So they're all survival checks, but they're
Oh.
for different tasks. Whether it's the state of the course, look for danger, make sure you have food, make sure you have water, and if all those are taken care of, you can look for barter tokens.
Okay. Can I help Rufa look for danger, or is there something else that needs to be taken care of?
Well, so far, no one has rolled for food or water. On top of that, you cannot give aid because it's a single task being done by a separate person's intention.
Got it. I will. Wait, did someone look for the path yet, or no?
Yes, someone looked for path,
Okay.
someone
I
looked for danger.
looked for it.
You look. All right, we'll go
technically.
with water. Water is important. Woohoo! That is a lot of dice number. What? That is a 26.
26. So the good thing is no one is stupefied. Kylie, what do you have?
I looked for food and I got a 17.
Okay. So unfortunately, what was the bonus for? I would still be like 19 with a +2 if it was. So unfortunately, you don't find food, at least not enough to subsist. So no one is dehydrated, but everyone is enfeebled 1.
That's okay.
Now, we have unfortunately lost our way on the trail. Looking for danger has been almost impossible this time around. As you start looking around for the trail, I need everyone to make a perception check. 1 second, and I'll be right back.
Why? I was doing so well earlier. Then my dice are like, just kidding.
See, I wasn't doing well at any part of it. And then my dice kept making sure that happened.
Yes, we need some dice jail.
Straight to
I
jail.
saw on Etsy a little chair and a little dunce hat, so you can put your dice on the chair and then put a little dunce hat on it.
I definitely would do that.
Instead of jail, it's just shame.
Yeah, corner of shame.
That's beautiful. What are we rolling for again? Because
Perception.
yeah, I failed.
I mean, I feel like it's
Good.
it's okay for all of us to fail perception, given that we just outran.
Big kitty.
Yeah.
Big.
Like food, what's that? Path? Nah, fam. Water? That's good at least.
We're just all surprised we're alive. So
I-
can't pay our attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Woodward wasn't on the ground at the time, so it was hard for him to tell, where the path went. I've got excuses. I'll use them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, being chased by a giant cat is really gonna throw anybody off their rhythm.
Right.
You gotta throw them off their rhythm.
Off their rhythm.
The rhythm.
Where did Michael Powell go?
He is temporarily unavailable.
Just like the shadow of the Jaguar descended on his screen, and we do not know.
The Jaguar got Michael.
Okay.
I'm playing Michael tonight.
Thankfully, he sent his roll 23 perception. So let me hear everyone else's perception real quick.
I also got a 23 on perception.
Nice. Okay.
I got a 16.
Cool.
17.
17. Awesome. What you got, Sidney?
Got a 13.
13.
But who said that Michael's in dice jail? We're gonna
He's in
go.
dice jail. the all of Michael is in dice jail. Okay, so I need Sidney, Kylie, and Ian.
Oh no.
As you all are walking, you're coming back, you're thankfully have enough water, but you are starving. You're an enfeebled 1. It was food that didn't work, right? Yeah, it was food that didn't work. Okay. As you're walking and talking, suddenly, Sidney, Kylie, and Ian, the ground feels unusually cold underneath your feet. As you step on it, It soon begins to seep into your boots like mud, and even faster up your waist. It feels like someone has grabbed you by the legs and violently dropped you, pulled you into the earth. You three are waist deep in quicksand.
Of course.
Michael and Shionibus, you two see this weird kind of churning earth, kind of like the sand sea, how it had churning sand, but you see it only after the three of your three friends drop waist deep in quicksand. You are able to see this and get to the outskirts in time or stop dead in your tracks. Your choice, stop dead or go to the outskirts. Either way, this is a 20-foot diameter circle of quicksand. And we start the quicksand trap.
Oh, great.
Rufus gonna look over at Chonibus and says, "Have I mentioned how much Rufa hates it here?"
Question for PJ.
Mm-hmm.
Has Shionibus experienced quicksand before?
Ah.
And like would like know how to prevent sinking faster?
I'm going to say yes, but not in Asmacon. You probably experienced it in other continents.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll initiative on the quicksand trap because this is going to require either people to save themselves or people to save them. And I'd rather it be done cleanly. So let's roll initiative and let me know what your number is.
Now, I'm going to speak for Sam on this one. Ichi does know because Ichi said that she knows about quicksand when we were on the boat with Martin. And I remember from episode 41 that happened. Was it 40? No, not 41. Excuse me. 40? Because I mentioned the quicksand. And Ichi was like, "It's not a problem. I know all about it."
Valid. I will take that.
It's like everything else she learned in school. You know how good she is at that.
So really fast, everyone give me your initiatives based on perception, even if you're in the quicksand.
14.
22.
Ilona knows she's in quicksand.
14.
Oh, wow. A lot of 14s.
I agree wholeheartely that I am in quicksand and can confirm Ilona is too with a 25.
Nice.
And I have a 21.
21. Excellent. Okay, so I think we established before at a time Michael goes before Sidney, so I'm going to put a little thing there. All right, so starting off the list is Ian. Ian, you are now waist deep in quicksand. I'm going to need you to try and get out of this if you want, or you can try to do something else if you wish. But to start off, let me give you the head up on this one. You were at your waist. You need to attempt an athletics DC 20 to swim out. Doing so, however, you have to hold your breath, go under the quicksand, and swim through it. This, of course, is an athletics DC 20. If someone tries to pull you out, that is also a DC 20 athletics. And I will say, in case you are curious, if you want to look for some vines, that is basically a survival check of 18 to find it. And those vines will give you a plus 20. I'm sorry. Oh, God, I wish. The vines will give you a plus 2 on your athletics to pull yourself out.
Can I roll a perception check for rats of unusual size?
Actually, you can.
I'll start with that.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Don't like the way you said that. I don't like that.
I got a
attitude,
19.
PJ.
Do I see the rats of unusual size?
You see Mush, who is not looking at you at all.
No.
Mush is looking deep into the forest. Mush is losing his goddamn mind.
Uh-oh.
You see his tail is bristled. He's jumping up and down, and he is just losing his collective crap.
Woodward's worried about that. This is no longer a joke. I'm going to try to use Ray of Frost if I can. That sounds ridiculous. Technically, if I get a critical success, it takes a negative 10 on the object, and I'm hoping that negative 10. I don't have that much waste. I'm a gnome.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm already up to it, I'm probably going to be head under pretty soon. So I'm hoping that maybe I can roll a critical success to freeze the quicksand around me, or at least slow me down a bit.
I love that creative idea. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Ooh, wow. Big numbers. I'm really doing it. 14 total to hit quicksand.
You're shooting under the quicksand, right? Like inside the quicksand?
Yeah.
The quicksand around you becomes terribly frigid cold. Unfortunately, it's not enough to slow your descent. It's just making it a little less comfortable.
Right.
That being said, you have one more action. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to tell Mush to guard himself. Basically go on defensive action. I don't want him running out to meet the thing that's coming to us. I'd rather that thing come to us so we know what it is and that Mush has a chance of surviving it.
All right. Give me a nature check.
Okay. Much better. 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Mush starts boomeranging. He's running towards it and he's running back. He's running to a defensive position and he's running closer to it. He's just doing this rally. He is losing his mind, but he's still following orders. Technically, he's still drawing back to a defensive stance. Next up, Kylie.
What skill is it to swim?
Athletics check. DC 20 to go underwater, under sand, hold your breath and swim.
And then survival to find the vine.
Survival check to get the vine, which gives you a +2 on athletics and athletics check.
Don't worry too much about finding vines. I got something. I got something for that.
But I'm still stuck in this quicksand. We're just screw it. We're gonna swim for it.
Okay.
Y'all, I freaking swim for it. That's 25.
25. Okay. So with all your might, and it is exactly what you think swimming through sand would feel like. It is heavy. It is really not comfortable. It exhausts you. You swim to the edge. You find land. You pull yourself out. And you're exhausted. Now, if you want to, I will let you have one check to get a vine, or one check to help someone out with an athletics check of 20.
If I throw rope out there, I can't pull them in the same round.
You have to grab it on their turn.
Okay. I'm going to throw. I'll look for a vine. Mine as well. They're in quicksand.
Okay.
Yeah, with a nat 1.
Next up, the quicksand. Who is still in the quicksand? Sam and Ian, correct?
I'm not in the quicksand.
You're not in the
Defend
quicksand.
yourself,
Rufus.
Sam.
No,
So,
Sidney. Sydney's in the
also,
quicksand. Thank you.
My initiative was 25. I don't know if is the quicksand roll higher.
Wait, did you say 25?
Yeah.
I'm
was
so
it 23.
I got 21. I'm so sorry. Was it not 21?
Maybe it was 20. I don't remember anymore.
That's
honestly.
okay.
Funny enough, you
Do
saved
you-
us all.
Do you mind if I keep you at 21, Sam?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Okay. The quicksand will go. So Ian and Sidney, that's the other person in the sand.
Yep.
Bloop. You are now head deep in quicksand. In order to fight the suffocation effect of this trap, you will have to hold your breath. If you do not hold your breath, suffocation will eventually lead to death, but you can only hold your breath for so long. That being said, that's all the quicksand can do. It's literally quicksand. The quicksand's turn is done. It is now Sam's turn. Sam, they are considered basically hidden. You cannot see where they are. If you want to help them, you're going to be at negative penalties to get them.
Okay.
-4 to athletics to grab them out.
Okay. Ichi's going for it. She's going to grab a vine and tie it to herself as her first step.
Okay.
Then she's going to jump in for Alona.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
How many times has Ichi saved Alona from drowning at this point? Drowning in sand, drowning in sand sea.
Honestly, it just sounds like me at this point. We need me and PJ at the table need to make magical water wings for Alona.
Little floaties.
I love that. Can't drown even in the sky. What was that, Sam?
25.
25. You are able to get a hold of her and you start swimming really, really hard. Once you start kind of coming up for air, you see Morel has your vine and he's pulling you in as you're kicking in a matter of split seconds. Both of you are on dry land and safe.
Alone is sputtering up sand. Sam? She's not sputtering up sand. Sam's great. Sam.
And I'm like, hey, I play you. That's weird.
Michael, your turn. What are you trying to do?
I was actually not here during the first part, so I'm like, wait, I'm not in the quicksand? What?
No, you're not in the quicksand. I got for some reason you confused with Sidney. I don't know why. You look nothing alike.
Okay. So I'm actually confused. Like, can you give me the layout once again? Because like I said, I wasn't here during the first part.
Right now, the only person in the quicksand is Woodward. He's completely emerged, which means getting him out is going to be at a -4 athletics check to pull him out.
Okay. Well, Rufa doesn't need to find a vine because he has rope. Okay. So he's going to tie one end of the rope to a tree and another end to himself and goes and just, so this is what we are down to. And then just like holds his nose and just like jumps into the quicksand to go save Woodward, like cannonball.
All right, give me that athletics check -4.
I got an 18.
Unfortunately, that is 2 points shy. You are not able to find Woodward, and now you are submerged as well. You are feeling a tug on your rope as someone is trying to make sure you're okay and pull you to safety. At this point in time, everyone else besides these two hears like a massive thud as a weight just lands. You're seeing Mush still losing his damn mind. And then he completely breaks orders now that Woodward is gone and no longer able to smell under the quicksand. And he starts running for the thud. As he runs for the thudding sound, vanishing into the forest. It seems seconds, past like minutes. Eventually, you hear a sound, a chittering, a roar. You hear this hellacious, loud scream within the depths of the jungle. And then eventually the leaves part. And you see Mush trotting out triumphantly, head up high, and behind him, you see a 300-foot tall, black fur, 2 white stripes, badger, covered in scars, amazing spines, beautiful tattoo work going from the eyes all the way to the sides. And there is Mush, just proud as can be, at stomping in behind him. Ichi recognizes him. Tehun, the badger god. Now, as 2 people are currently drowning in quicksand and Tehun has made his appearance known, this is where we're going to end today's episode of Edge of Legend. When we come back, I'm making a note now, we still have to save Woodwort and Rufa as Tejon, the Badger God, makes his presence known. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 43 of Edge of Legend. That amazing hype train was exactly what we needed to get Tejon to show up. I have to do that because he's got a J and it's got a nice, powerful HUD to it. Let's say our goodbyes and good nights, starting with Sidney. Sidney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. Every Tuesday, I have a YouTube channel where I read fairy tales and folklore in character, and we talk about myths and legends, and we decipher that. So if you like being read to, and you like folklore or fairy tales, you can hop over to my YouTube channel and watch that. Otherwise, I'm here, and I love these people, because we go on insane adventures every week. So if you like insane adventures, keep coming back!
Thank you so much. Next up, Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
I wasn't prepared. I'm trying to find my other D&D channels. Okay. Hi, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me all over the internet at Kai's Wonderful Life on Instagram, Twitter, but without the S on Kai on Twitter. Kai's Wonderful Life on TikTok. All that fun jazz. On Monday nights, I am part of an all-girls D&D group called Dragons and Dreamers. While we play a homebrew kind of D&D college, that's a lot of fun. On Sundays, hold on, I can find it. Hold on, that's not it. On Sundays, I also play D&D with a whole bunch of new friends of mine. On twitch.tv/Asgard's D&D Adventures. We just changed the name. I apologize. But it is a homebrew as well, and I play a human gunslinger that just wants to get paid most days. Come check us out.
All right. Next up, Ian, tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
When I am not drowning, my name is Ian, and I can be found on our Discord or Twitter at Bearded Scald. One thing I want to shout out real quick is that not only my personal business, which I'll throw a link to in our Discord, but a big shout out to my friend Mahooch, who is actually in the chat. He is raising a big benefit drive for a giant mural he wants to do in the Arts District with a friend of his in LA, and there's charities involved, all sorts of cool stuff. I'm going to be throwing it into the Discord so everybody can see it one more time. They're very close to their goal, and I know they can hit it with our help. So I'm going to put that up there and look for it. They will be doing a great project down there to bring some beauty back into a city who needs it. So with that, check out our Discord.
Absolutely. And Mahooch and the whole gang, been here since day one. You've been loving and supporting us, and we love and support you. If there's anything we at Nat 20 can do, please let us know. We absolutely love you. That being said, Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I am Sam Sterling, and you can find me at Hey Sam Sterling all over the internet's places. I think Twitter is a good place to go because I post about the other stuff there, such as Poison Tulips this Saturday with me and PJ over on Gilding Light, where we play a whole party of bards. We're all bards. It's pure chaos. That's all I got.
It is, and she's this goth, like emo, like poet person. It's amazing. Go ahead and check out Sam. She's tremendous as always. And Mr. Michael Powell, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Well, as always, I am Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is at Mr. Kapow, that's MRKAPAO, or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell does stuff, because I do a lot of stuff. That was a pause for dramatic effect, not me forgetting what my own channel it's called, but I also have a YouTube channel called Fantastic Tales of Adventure, and on Thursdays at Toyzilla Network at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm on a show called Toyzilla Live, where we talk about toys and nostalgia stuff. Really, really fun there. Hope to see you there.
So, okay, little old me, PJ Megaw. I'm all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, internet, TikTok, and Twitter. Hope you found the one of me in my very fancy vest and tie talking about coming to watch Edge of Legend, buddy. It's fun. When I'm not here with my amazing friends and family and loved ones for Wednesdays, 8 p.m., you can see me and Mr. Michael Powell also doing our thing Tuesdays, 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. This Saturday, we have episode 5 of Poison Tulips. Me, Izzy, and Tobias, and Ryan as the DM, and Sam, of course. We're a bunch of bards working for a tabloid in some very fantasy world called Scandalabra, where I have become the beauty pageant leader as well as the leader of the coffee revolution, and I never have pants for some reason. It's a good time. It's a great time. Also, apparently, I'm a drug-addicted cat person, so come and join us Saturday, 1 p.m. to 3. Look, don't give me that look. The fans chose it. I just overacted. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Come check us out at twitch.tv/gildinglight. And one last little big thank you. If you notice this badge at all during this time, I'm going to give you a little close-up. It's a little badge that says that I'm vaccinated and I have survived the plague. This is a huge thank you to Spring Heel Studios, a.k.a. Tobias McCurry. You sent this to me a little while ago, my dude. I finally got it. I put it on. I'll probably put it on Saturday as well. Come join our Discord. Come join our Facebook, our Instagram. Mahooch, we love you. Let us know if there's anything else we can do in Discord. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Same Nat time, same Nat channel here for Edge of Legend. We love you, heroes. Be safe.
Oh, don't forget to raid.
Oh, I already clicked the button. We're just doing the tally now. Mahooch put in the chat, pants are optional.
Raid
yes,
dance.
They are. Pants are always optional. All right, everyone, we love you. One last thing before I go. I can't believe I forgot this before I click the raid now button. Thank you to everyone that came out and support Jasper's Game Day. You had me. You had Reap Psyche from the chat doing an awesome job as a lizard man. You had Michael there, and I just got the word that because of you, our efforts, and everyone else, Jasper's Game Day has raised over $100,000 for suicide prevention and awareness. Thank you so much for being one voice telling the world you are not a critical failure. Thank you for that. And on that note, we're rating in 3, 2, 1.